we go. That means somebody couldn't hear me because the mic was muted. Now the mic is good to go. Um, all right. I think I got everything. Let's in. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and get these intros kicked off. Let me scroll down so I can see everybody that's in here. Hey, Miss Angelica, how's it going? I think you had another question for me. I don't remember if I answered it yesterday. I popped on here yesterday randomly. Let's see who else is on here. I don't know if I say Blue Gotti, but welcome on. Kalana, welcome on. Miss Veronica, how's it going? Keep swimming. I see you. Plant Love, welcome on. It's my choice. I see you as well. Carla, welcome. Welcome. Let's go ahead and kick this intro off real quick. Let's see what song we got next. The intro is this one. I gotta make sure the music's clean, right? I may not always be clean vocal. I think we're good with this. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and get the intro kicked off. Everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. If you guys don't know who I am Ladero Wharf with the Notary Know-How. All about YouTube is right up my nose. With that being said, yes, I do stream across multiple channels, multiple platforms. So I can make sure I get everybody. But if you guys don't know who I am Ladero Wharf with the Notary Know-How. I host these live used to do on Monday through Friday, but now we do it on Mondays and Thursdays. If it happens Monday, and oh crap, I just missed what Thursday was called. Take care of your Thursdays. Make it happen Mondays. Take care of your Thursdays. Great part. Yeah, I am here on Mondays and Thursdays to like create a space for my notary buddies, for us to get together, for us to learn, for us to grow, for us to chat about what's going on in this notary space with no like gatekeeping. If y'all don't know me, I do not gatekeep. I share everything with you guys. Again, my name is Daryl Work. I'm the Notary Know-How Project. I've got to update that too. I run a full-time notary business in the state of Georgia, which I believe is one of the most difficult states to run a full-time notary business in. You know how I know? Because my bank account keeps telling me it's difficult, right? It keeps telling me, it's like, what are you doing? You need to do better. But I'm here to share with you guys all the ups and downs, the things that I've gone through, the things that I see out there in the space. I mean, if you have questions, always ask them. Because guess what? This is a safe space. This is a space where everybody's welcome. If you're brand new, just started, welcome. If you're a notary that's been around for a minute, we're happy to have you here and happy to have your insights. If you have no idea what the hell a notary is and you think that you're interested in it, you're welcome as well. No question is beyond asking. The only question that's a dumb question is the one that you never ask, right? So this is a safe space for all my notary buddies. So hopefully you guys and also aspiring notaries. So welcome in, welcome in. For those of you guys on other platforms that are streaming, you already know. You got to let me know who you are because I can see the numbers, but the platforms don't tell me who you are. It tells me that you're there, but it doesn't tell me who you are. Until you comment or something, then I can see you guys. So let me know where you guys are, and also for everybody, where are you tuning in from? Hashtag drop it in the comments. Let me know where you guys are listening in from. I know we have California. Of course, my dad's calling. Does he not know what I do for a living? Hold on. Because that's going to pause my live stream. Can you text and see if there's something that he specifically wanted? Or text my mom or something? I don't know. Let them know I'm on the live. You know what? I can text him from my desktop. Hold on. Look, I should have him saved as a favorite, but I don't. I know his number. Where's my dad? Sorry, I apologize, guys. Huh? I guess he's not saved on here, so I know his number. Been the same for like 20 years, if not longer. Hey, I'm on the live. I can call afterwards. He's probably gonna be asleep afterwards, or you can text. He followed me on TikTok. You should be able to hop on my live and ask me a question. I'm joking. But anyway, welcome, guys. Welcome. What else? I need to get the intro out of the way because we ran out of intro music 2 times. So what else? What do I want to say? Welcome in, everybody here. Ask your questions. Put it in the comments. If you are on any of the platforms, well, I guess not any. It has to be on TikTok. If you're over on TikTok and you want to come up and ask me a question, feel free to do so. Just let me know and I will invite you. Look, I go through and I start reading the question, so I may not always see it. So say it once, say it twice, say it thrice, so I can see that you want to come up and ask me a question. I'm happy to have you on. Um, I try my best to get through all the questions. I'm just trying to see. Okay, I saw you read it. Is he gonna respond? Um, I thought you guys go ahead and ask me all the questions. I will get to as many as I possibly can before we wrap up for the evening. A few other things. See this thing behind me on TikTok. Everybody else, you guys don't see it because I don't have a background set. But I am having my fourth annual. I don't know why I marked it as the second annual last year. Who knows? That was off. But it's the fourth annual. This is the fourth annual. Let me move out the way. Spring Social. It will be May 3rd, and we're going to be meeting at 12 to 3. We're going to be meeting in Duluth. Look, if you're on TikTok, I need you. I see your question. Did y'all see? I'll make sure I come to it. I'll make sure I come to it. Um, oh, if you want to register for it on TikTok, I need a head count. Everybody, I need a head count. You guys are more than welcome to show up. It is a free event. We're at a restaurant, so you got to pay for your own food, right? I think that goes without saying, but I just want to make sure I mention it. I do need a head count so it can appropriately reserve enough space for us. So if you're on TikTok, go to the link in my bio. Go to the link in my bio. Go to the link in my bio, click on it. There's only going to be two links there. One for you to join the Notary Buddy community, which I always talk about. We have a ton of free resources. And two, the second link is for you to register for the event. This is going to be, um, my dad just texted me back. It's going to be for, uh, ew, I'm not meant for manual labor. They know this. They know their child. Like, why are they asking me to do manual labor? Come on. If it's not gardening or building something, I don't want to do it. Uh, I'll let them know I can help. Dang it, we're out of intro music. Let's back it up a little bit. Register for the event, y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. Again, the register for the event, I need a head count. It's going to be in Duluth Saturday, which is going to be May 3rd from 12 to 3. Let me know if you're coming. I need to make sure we have enough space reserved. Also, for everybody else, I don't have the link. Hold on. Let me grab the link real quick. What's the fastest way for me to do that? Other platforms, I normally always have a saved link for you guys. I just didn't do it this time. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. As I do that, let me answer a question. I'll try my best not to do it distractedly. I did see a notary buddy asked a question about how do I find clients. The Jalsi, I think that's how. Am I saying it correctly? Where are you? First of all, let me be nosy. Let me snoop on you. Let me change the music. Let's do that first because I have no idea what's on play next. I don't know if it's going to be clean or not. So let's go back to our normal ambiance background. But I have a question for you. So if you want to come up and chat with me, you're more than welcome. You don't have to show your face. Or I need you to get your thumbs ready because I'm asking you some questions. One, what state are you? Where are you? And then also, second question, you might have to answer these in two parts. So just let me know what state and enter, right? And send it. Second part, who is your ideal clientele? Who do you want to serve? You may not know exactly, but if you've already been operating as a notary, take the people that you don't like serving and let's serve the opposite of them, right? So let me know who you prefer to serve. Let me give you some examples. Do you prefer, for my business, do you prefer to work with senior citizens? I'm always at the hospital. I was there today. Got to go back again tomorrow and probably um, do you prefer to work with senior citizens? That's hospital, assisted living facilities, retirement facilities, right? Do you prefer to um, work with business owners, like small business owners? Do you prefer to work with corporations? Do you prefer to work with lawyers? Or is your bread and butter the mom and dads who find you on Google and need documents notarized within the next like 30 minutes to an hour? Like, who is your ideal clientele? Based on that answer that you give me, I can help you a little bit better. And what I'm gonna do, y'all, because I keep getting distracted, I'm gonna turn this background off, and I'll turn it back on later. So let's watch me struggle for a minute. Oh, let me show y'all this background because I thought it was funny. Oh, it's too big to see. Y'all will see it later. It's something I was working on that was marketing. Yeah, I can't move it around, but it's like I can't remember what it says fully, but it's something to the effect of calling random notaries. Like they don't answer, no professional voicemail, super high rates, notarizing documents incorrectly, and then cancel the appointment. And like, call the perfect notary. Y'all know this man, right? He became famous for doing this. Like, dude makes like millions of dollars from making two faces. Um, anyway, I just thought it was fun to market with. So that's part of my marketing today. There we go. Now I'm not distracted. So when you tell me the answer to that, I can give you a little bit better answer. Other thing I was doing was trying to get the link for everybody else to post on YouTube and also on the Facebook for the event so you guys can register. I promise I'm moving as fast as I possibly can. The event is May 3rd, so let's do the May 3rd event. Registration link. And oh, I should remember that. All right, now that I got that link, let's go back and see how many of y'all actually registered. Uh, and now let's paste this over there. And also, sorry, y'all, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying. YouTube, I just pasted it for you guys. It's going to be the pin message. There we go. Good evening, Miss Nikki. How's it going? So let me see if you answer that question for me. I haven't yet, but I'm in the events industry. Okay, perfect. Where's my pin LLC phone? Oh, I thought that was a question. That's just a really long name. Um, Deja. Oh, see, I can see it now on my computer, right? Because when I was looking at this tiny phone, y'all know I can't see. And you're in Texas. Perfect. You said you haven't yet, but you're in the events industry, but I'm open to ideal clients that you mentioned. Perfect. Perfect. So, Miss Deja, let's talk about it real quick. So, since you are in Texas, I asked you this because you guys, I mean, I'm not in Texas, I'm in Georgia, but from the Texas notaries that I have met and talked to and the ones I see on this platform, you guys are, it is far more lucrative in the different niches and industries that you guys can dive deep into. You can literally focus on one niche, maybe two, and make your six figures. I can't do that out here in Georgia, or it's really difficult to do. But since you let's go off of your strengths, you said you're in the events industry, right? What does that mean exactly? Let me know quickly. Like, are you doing like, do you have an event venue? Do you host events? Are you like a caterer? Like, what does that mean? But I'm still going to keep talking until you answer, right? But if you're in the events industry, let's sit back and think about the clientele that you serve. One, normal people need documents notarized all the time. So the easiest thing to do is set up a free Google business profile. Check out YouTube. If you join the Notary Buddy community, I have tons of information in there. There's other notaries out there, mentors, and everybody that talk about it. Some of it's free, some of it's paid. But Google Business Profile is going to be your easiest and lowest hanging fruit. You just got to go battle getting, I want to say authenticated, but that's not the word. Not certified. What's the damn word for Google? Y'all help me out. Getting your profile approved, for lack of better words, right? Hey, Michael, how's it going? Um, Consultant for bars and restaurants. Ooh, ooh, okay. Ooh, Deja. Look, is it Deja or Deja? Deja, Deja, Deja. I'm from Louisiana, so it's Deja because it's like deja vu, right? So let's look at this way. Let me get back to answering your question. So Google this profile, lowest hanging fruit. That's for everyday mom and pop people that need a notary. They can Google you, find you, and they pick up the phone and call your attention, right? That's the lowest hanging fruit. But in your specific space, you work with venues, working with promoters. Girl, what you trying to be a notary for? I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Just occur venues and other contracts. Look, first of all, I don't know how much you can do without like crossing over and like stepping on professional toes, as in like ethics. But first of all, some you may know it way better than me. I'm just going to start from the bottom and work my way up to on your responses. Contracts. Some contracts need to be notarized. Not all contracts need to be notarized. If you're dealing with venues that are having larger type events, I mean, you're already making those connections, and you probably don't do the contracts because you're not an attorney. But guess what? You can see if those contracts need to be notarized. And hint, 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 if they already trust you, you can say, hey, this is not making it any more legal because it does not. Our signature does not make anything more legal. But if you guys want to, I also offer notary services if you want those larger contracts to be notarized or to be, I don't want to say authenticated, but like, because that means it gives people the wrong impression, to be overseen by a higher power, you as a notary, right? Again, you ain't a judge, you'll make you more legal. So contracts, right? You also have a paralegal degree, so you can tap into that as well. Look, girl, you're sitting on a gold mine. Let me stop swirling. So events, I'm gonna come back to events. Let's talk about paralegal first. If you have a paralegal degree, you already know how to speak the language. The language that a lot of us don't know how to speak, or we're trying to struggle to learn how to speak, know how to speak the attorney language. What I would do, this isn't me, just because I left the real estate space alone. I'm a real estate professional. I don't do that. So there's a whole world of notarizing documents amount of money on it. You really can, especially out in Texas. But let's play to your strengths. If you have a paralegal degree, you already know the language. Let's communicate. Somebody else is sending me another message. Let's communicate with the attorneys. Let's go to networking. You probably can get in easier than I can. Where these attorneys are going to be, where other paralegals are going to be, and just started letting them know, like, hey, if you guys need things, you need documents notarized, I mean, we'll make it sound better. Have ChatGPT help you. Bard, whatever, all Gemini, all of them, they can help you. Let them know, it's like, hey, if you need documents notarized in your office, if like you can need a witness, you can be a witness. If they need a notary to come in because their notary's out sick, or the attorney feels that it will be a conflict of interest for them to act as a witness or a notary, you can step in, right? And the best part for mobile, they don't have to book you for the whole day. They can book you for an appointment or two, stack those bad boys. You go in there for a half a day, take care of all their appointments, and you decide on how you want to get paid. Do you want to get paid per appointment, or do you want to get paid per like whatever time frame booked per hour that you're booked, right? I choose per appointment because some appointments unfortunately can go 90 minutes, some appointments can go 20 minutes. So they pay me. It's like it balances out for me in my business. So tap in with your legal professionals. You already talk the talk. You already walk the walk. That's gonna be the easiest level of entry for you. And guess what? This is the cherry on top. Follow your Texas laws, because I don't know if y'all got weird laws out there in Texas. I know Texas is its own country, just like Georgia, just like California. We're the three biggest countries in this country, right? We like to make our own rules and not play by anybody else's. But the other thing on cherry on top, you can let them know, hey, if your clientele cannot come to the office, you can swing by the office, pick up the documents, or they can email them to you, you can print them. You can swing by the office, pick up the documents. They should have already had the conversation with their clients. The clients know what's in the documents. They've already talked about it. You can swing by the office, pick up the documents, go to the client house, notarize those, have the client sign, verify, do the five, verify their identity, or have them appear before you, verify their identity, make sure they're willingly signing, you sign, notarize. The 5 things that we got to do as a notary, right? Do that at their house, at their place of employment, because when they get off, the attorney's already gone home, right? Do that. Scan the documents, send them back over to the attorney, drop them in the mail, or hand deliver them back to their office. I cannot tell you what to charge because I don't know your laws in Texas. But working with attorneys, that thing is, let's just say it's close. You're not going 45 miles one way. Let's just say you went to their office, you went to, their home, and either decide to drop it back off or ship it in the mail, whatever that is. Working with attorneys, that can be, I gotta say it can be, those caveats, that can be 175 all the way up to 250 per appointment. How many of those do you need to do a week to have this additional income coming in, right? So let me quickly go to the next thing. Venues, that's what we're talking about. So consultants for bars, restaurants usually connect directly with owners. I saw that. Okay, so that's okay. I think we're good on the venue part, but let's just recap because I kind of lost my thoughts during it. So with the venues, again, like if there's contracts being signed, they may need to be notarized. Offer your services as a notary, right? Just make sure you're not overstepping your bounds, because as notaries, we're supposed to be impartial. So it's like if you get a decent chunk of money, hold on, I gotta plug my phone in. Facebook, y'all about to go on a spin of the world right now. This gimbal likes to spin around. Oh, good, it stopped. Make sure that you're not like having any conflicting obligations, right? Just watch your legal laws for that. But also in that venue space, you already talk that walk. You already talk and walk that walk as well, right? In the venue space, wedding planners, let's communicate with them, right? People that are throwing, because a lot of people now, there's still people that throw the big old weddings. They want to be in the church. They want to be in all these places, right? But there's some people, better than I do, that like to have weddings in the venues. A lot of times they bring in their own venues, may have their own officiant. Sometimes they bring in the married couple bring their own officiant. Guess what? Sometimes those documents need to be notarized, right? Something needs to be notarized. Not all states are the same, right? I can't say every single thing, but some of those documents need to be notarized. So that's a good thing. And these people may be having clients. right? They may be having what do they call it, destination weddings. That ain't my big old thing. But guess what? Some of those documents may need to be notarized, and then what is called a apostille. If you ain't about that, you ain't got to worry about that yet. The notarization part is work in focus, right? They need to be notarized and then got authenticated to be sent to another country for them to be married. All these start at people that's in the venue space, right? Wedding planners, event planners. So I think that's enough to help, right? Let's start with your own base. So, and the last thing I want to say, um, pretend there's a phone in here. This is just my phone case. This right here. This is where you start. I know people don't particularly like to do it, but if you've been in your area for a while, you have friends, you have families, you have business acquaintances, send them a nice, don't make it like spam. Just send them a nice like text message or an email, however you want to do it, right? Business clients email. If you have clients that you're on a text basis with, text them. I text all of my clients, even my attorney clients. That's just how my system is set up. It is faster for us to communicate. The ones that want to do purely email drive me nuts. I'm like, look, I'm gonna miss your email. Send me a text. I got you. Real quick, real fast. Very demure, right? I don't even know the real phrase. I just know that word somewhere. somewhere. Yeah, send them a text. Like, hey, you guys may know that I've been doing amazing in the venue space, right? I've been doing amazing in the venue space, and also to better serve my clients and also friends and just say clients, better serve my clients to bring another whatever level to my business. I am adding notary services because I hear a lot of individuals needing notary services, right? So I'm going to be offering that as well to help my clientele out. So if you know someone that may be in the need of mobile service and mobile notary services, go ahead and give me a call. Here's my card. Text them a picture of your card, right? And make sure you let them know to tell me that you connected us or something like that, right? Same thing in the email to make it more professional. So I think hopefully that helps. Let's keep on going. But I did have a topic I want to talk about today. So this is why I say we don't hold punches here. There's no gatekeeping. If I know it, you gonna know it. Let's see. Michael laughing. Yeah, we the three biggest countries in this country, right? Texas, California, and Georgia. We are our own countries. Let's see. Let's see. You are welcome. You are welcome. Nobody usually make connections for free since I know the two parties, so no benefit for me. Got it. Got it. So look, it's free. It's why I ain't saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy because you will be introducing something new into the mix, right? But again, you already built up the relationships. You're making the connection. You're not asking for anything, right? You're saying, "Oh, you have a need. You like I see two people that have a need. Let's go ahead and connect your needs together because on the other end, you both win, right?" And so now just plug yourself right in there. It's like, oh, and by the way, if you need this, right? Um, a lot of people like to do in the very beginning. You don't know how to run your business, right? A lot of people like to do in the very beginning and like shower people and everything. It's like, what the hell do you do? I don't know. You do too much, right? Not you, but you know, I'm talking about the peripheral, not peripheral. That's like the side vision, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The nebulous you, as in we, they, that kind of you. You're doing too much. I'm confused. I came for a venue, but you're telling me 17 different things. Let them get their feet wet first. Let them make the connection. Follow up with them. It's like, hey, you know that venue or event center owner that I connect you with? Did you decide to go with them? Like, a day later, 2 days later, people can make up their mind pretty quick, right? Um, and they're like, you know what? No, I mean, I'm thinking of a few different ones. Okay, cool. Did you need another recommendation? Also, by the way, I see that you're looking for the venue for. I'm trying to just pull this out of thin air. You're looking for the venue because you're doing a corporate event, right? You're doing a corporate event. Just so you're aware, I love my corporate clients, and if by any chance during your event or before the anything notarized for the corporation, just let everyone else know and like have them bring their documents in. I'll drop by and I'll notarize it for you guys. Make sure they understand it's not for free, though, right? So that's how I would personally assert myself. Let's keep on going. Nope, and I do too much. Look, we all do. That's what we all do too much as entrepreneurs. We do too much. I'm in the phase of like thinning, like trimming the fat, right? I'm thinning out the things that are services that I offer. What is that? Oh, that is my mic. Is that even in the camera? What camera is that? Okay. Okay, perfect. So a few other topics I want to talk about. I appreciate you guys being here and listening to me talk about that. Hopefully that helped my new notary buddy out in Texas. Real quick, Deja, if you want to, there's a link in my bio. You can join the notary buddy community absolutely free. There's more stuff like what I just talked about in there, right? We have a whole learning tab up in there and there's resources. There's a ton of stuff in there to help you build your business. How to teach you how to become a perfect Texas notary? That's not me. I'm honest, that's not me. Georgia, I got you. Texas, I can refer you to somebody else. But this community has all the other pieces that you're going to need, right? So go ahead and click on the link in my bio and go ahead and join. I'll be happy to have you in there. Now, a few other things I want to talk about tonight, you guys. Um, That's a little, I'm not like about to eat this. Look, y'all see me smell this. I'm not being weird, I promise. It's from doTERRA. I ain't being crazy over here, but it's the thing that like helps clear up your airways because y'all know last week I was sick and I had a bunch of gunk. I think it's all gone. But this is like a little kind of like vapor rub. You can rub it on your chest or on the bottom of your feet, all that kind of stuff. I just smell it every now and then, and I'm like, whew, my nose is open to keep me breathing. Uh, Let me pull up my text messages. I did text myself a note. Let me respond to my bed. I have a few appointments tomorrow. You gotta love autocorrect. Tomorrow, what time were you thinking? Well, because I moved. I don't live as close to them as I used to. I gotta pack a lunch to go over there these days, or just take stuff out of their pantry and eat it, and then bring extra home. Um, Okay, so I text myself some notes. What do I want to talk about? Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Success cycle. I've talked about this before. This will be real quick. This ain't gonna be too deep diving, but also I want to talk about reviews. And responding to them. I know I'm probably the worst to talk about responding to reviews, but professionally responding to reviews. Let me tell you why I think that I can talk about this. In this notary business, I don't know why I'm terrible about collecting reviews. You know why? It's because it's not fully automated. That's why. I know why. I can't even lie to you. It's not fully automated. My last business, we had over now I'm about to lie to y'all. We served like 6,000 people, 6,000 individuals, and we had well over. Babe, how many reviews do you think we had? I know it's been a minute. I guess I can try to log in and look at it, but then I don't have access to all the platforms that we were on. Um, 500 plus, 600 plus, 1,000. Were we that high? Okay, I'm being corroborated. I have to make sure I don't lie to people because y'all know I don't like to lie to y'all. So at least 1,000 reviews. You do not get 1,000 reviews from not performing properly, right? And I know that this is I'm probably still like 50 something. This because I service a lot of elderly people, and a lot of my clientele now this is an excuse. But a lot of my clientele are attorneys, and it's the same attorneys over and over, and they can only leave me one review. So it's not like I can keep asking for the reviews. So I need to build my business, and I need to go back and ask everybody that found me on Google to please leave me a review. I probably average a new review like 2 a month. I need to get better at asking for reviews. Or I need to just automate my dang on system and get it done. I'm lazy because all I have to do is just type it in there, and the system will take over everything, figuring it out. But in that business, we had 1,000 plus reviews. We did not get those from just sitting on our hands. We had to work our behind off and provide superb customer service. Did I get 1 star reviews? I absolutely did. I think we were averaging like a 4.85 or 4.89. 4.89. That was our average review. 1,000 plus reviews. That is not easy to maintain. It is not easy to maintain. Oh my gosh, it was so hard. 4.89 stars with 1,000 plus reviews across our profiles and everything, right? Um, and this is what I've learned in that time. People will leave you 1 star reviews. They will leave us 2 star reviews. Hell, they left us 3 star reviews. Luckily, we didn't get a lot of those. We got a lot of 4 and 5 star reviews. In my notary business, I have 5 stars. I have 1 4 star. And I'm still ranking. I'm still averaging a 5 star. Google still says I'm a 5 star business, which is awesome. And I believe I wouldn't mind getting even more 4 stars. You know why? Because it's truthful. It is truthful. If somebody thinks that I gave them 3-star service, that is 100% okay because guess what? I want to call that person. I'm not going to sit there with, I personally, I'm not going to just reply to their review immediately. I'm going to call them. Obviously, if I was a person, I know exactly what happened. But I'm gonna say, hey, I just saw that I just received a 3-star review from you. I have no idea, like, uh-oh, y'all know my phrase, uh-oh, like, oh, I just saw that I received a 3-star review from you. Um, Tell me how, like, what could I have done to make it, at least a 4-star, if not a 5-star? Let them talk to me. Let them tell me what they believe I did wrong. Because a lot of times is, whoops, I just pushed her, like I just hit the wrong thing and I don't know how to fix it. I'm like, great. You know what? Let me. Do you have time right now? Or it's gonna be real quick. I promise. Real quick. Can you? I will text you the link. Click on it. It's gonna open up Google, and I just need you to go to your review and click on edit, and let's fix that together. Is that okay with you? Right? That's super easy to do. But let's just say they gave me a 3-star and they gave me a bunch of feedback. They're like, oh, you should have done this, or I sent another notary out there, right? That's in my little organization, and that notary did perform at a 3-star rate. And I was like, perfect. Thank you so much for giving us that feedback. Let's go ahead and see what we can do to correct it. And internally, because we do have time for people to edit their reviews. We do have time. I don't know the exact time frame. I should have looked it up before I started talking about it. But we have time for them to edit and adjust their reviews. I will talk to them. I will say, you know what? I really am sorry. Um, if I decide to give a refund, it is never going to be like if they pay through Stripe or Cash App or something like that. Cash App may be a little bit different. But if it's a payment processor that I got to pay for, you're not getting a refund through that payment process because I put a negative being on my business. What they will get is if they're a repeat clientele, I will give them their next notarization at a discount or free, right? But if it's bad enough, I'm like, if one of their suggestions is like, I don't think I should have paid full price for this, great, because they came up with that response, not me, not me. I did not offer to give them 50% back or whatever they want back, right? I'm like, cool. I would love to send you a gift card. Would you like that to be from Amazon or would you like a regular like a Visa gift card? Tell me. By the way, if you ever want to do refunds, you want to give gift cards instead of refunds. There's the vanilla. What's it called? Vanilla something? Vanilla cards, like vanilla ice cream, like vanillacards.com, I think it is. Go in there, get yourself a Visa gift card. You pay for it, whatever, right? It's all digital. And if you really want to, you have their address, remember, because we have their ID. If you keep a journal, vanillagift.com. That's what it is, vanillagift.com. That's what we use for years to give people refunds back, right? We never do chargebacks. Never. We probably, my notary business at 4 years, I had one chargeback. It was because I was tired and I just didn't want to deal with it. It was just easy to go through. But I put a negative thing on my company, right? On my payment process. Um, Hold on, I gotta see what these messages are about. I told you if I didn't tell y'all, I did take the Georgia advisor position with the education company, and I'm getting a few messages. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing a student request. Okay, cool, perfect. Something I can do with later. I just want to make sure I'm not missing like again because being a part of that community or being a part of that education and that training, you do get full access to it until I shut it down at like 9:30. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing a question from them. Where was I? Oh, the review. Give them a chance to like say what they want you to do to make it correct. Use vanillagifts.com to send them a refund, a partial refund, if that's what they want, um, or whatever, right? And this is the trick. Send it to them electronically, fantastic. But you can literally send it to yourself, print it out, like send it to your own email, print it out, put it in a little envelope. I don't have here it is. Quick win. These probably came from Walmart. Oh, these are color ones, so they were probably like $5. They have color to them, right? There's like the Easter pastel colors. Grab one of these, print out that thing, put a card on the inside, thanking them for their review, thanking them for their service. And if they feel that you have adequately have listened to them, see if they'll edit that review and say, hey, don't take your negative experience out because that's a valid experience, would you mind letting people know that I did my best to resolve it? And if you feel that I earned a 5 star after resolving your issue, would you mind editing and updating for you? That's that's how we kept our. I mean, we didn't do that much because it was all electronic. Because in our last business, we did not get addresses, right? We got email addresses, but not physical addresses because it was a safety concern. It was too many people. We did not have the system to keep 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people because people don't travel alone, right? They travel with part members, other people in their party. We did not have the systems to keep all that information safe. But as a notary, I have different systems. I wish I would have known some of my notary systems for that business, and vice versa. I would have been golden because now I have a system where I can do that safely. Anyway, yeah, that's how I would handle it. And then, once it's updated, give them a week to, I don't know if it's a week, whatever Google says, however long they can update it. If it's 2 days, 48 hours, 72 hours, after that, then you can respond to it and like, hey, my response is, let's say, hey, Miss Jones, I really appreciate the 3 star because guess what? You just share with me that there are some more things in my business that we can fix, and I'd be happy. I'm going to make sure, not be happy, I'm going to make sure that those are corrected. So everyone after you get a 5 star experience. I really appreciate your response. I don't try to respond back. I don't tell them nothing wrong that they did. I don't defend my position. And I don't do none of that. I don't do none of that. And this is why after, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. Again, I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's your business. You can run it the way you want to. I have learned after 1,000+ reviews of a different business, and I was getting like 7 reviews a week. Like it was a lot of reviews. We were getting a ton a week. I learned that people look at how you respond and they decide on whether they want to do business with you, right? They decide based off of your response if they want to do business with you. So anyway, I don't want to keep beating that dead horse. Let's see what we got. Harriet, hey Miss Harriet, how's it going? Hi, do you know anyone in Illinois that does fingerprinting? I sure do. Where are you? Well, let me ask you this, Miss Harriet, are you asking because you need it done, or are you asking for like some information to get going? Two different reasons. Two different things. If it's information to get going, of course I can connect you. But if it's someone like if you need to get done or if you need a referral for a client, then I need to figure out where you are and see who I know in that area, right? Um, so let me know. You want to start going? Okay, perfect. Miss Harriet, I definitely do. What are you in a Notary Buddy community? Let me know if you are, because if you are, there is I want to call him Brandon, and I know that's not his name because I'm streaming off my phone, so I can't look it up. But I shared his information in a post. Let me go look at the Notary Buddy community real quick. Let me give you his name. I cannot give his phone number and email over this platform, right? But if you're in a Notary Buddy community, it's in there. Just send me a message. I'll send it to you. Um, what is his name? What is his name? Let me see. Because he is also on the apostille courier list. Shoot. Well, I didn't make this thing and I put a password on it. I don't remember the password. Oh, if y'all don't know, that's something I did add before I get too distracted. I have started a apostille courier list for many states that I've worked with or individuals that I've worked with in many states. And so in the Notary Buddy community, there's a new tab that says apostilles. In there is an apostille courier website or web page, and it is password protected, so the password is only in the community. So go look it up. But his name, he is in Illinois. His name is Anthony. Um, I can say this because it's public information. Anthony with triple T fingerprinting services. He does ink and live scan. Um, Anthony with triple T, and it's triple spelled out in just the letter T, fingerprinting services. Like I said, if you send me a direct message in the Notary Buddy community, I'll make sure I'm just going to screenshot his information and send it to you. You can also Google. You can Google his company, Triple T Fingerprinting Services. He does like me to send everybody to his website. His phone number's on there, and also his email is on there because I know that you guys in Illinois, there may be a few different things that you have to move differently than everybody else. I don't know what that could be, but he will know. So again, that's Anthony with Triple T Fingerprinting Services. And fingerprinting is one word. So go ahead and Google him, or in the Notary Buddy community, send me a message, or it's his information is in there as well. So hopefully that helps. And Miss Harry, you said something else. You did something else. Hold on, let's catch up. Miss Linda, Linda LaRoche said, "Hi, I am done with the training and don't know what my next step is." Hey, Miss Linda, hopefully you didn't post that too long ago because I go on a tangent and I forget to check the chat. This is why I need a moderator to be like, "Hey, there's a question for you." Um, um, moderator. Um, so, Miss Linda, where are you? What state are you in? What training did you just complete? Right? Answer those questions for me, and I can help you out a little bit better. Because the next step is going to be like, I need to know what you've done so I can prescribe. I don't want to prescribe like, oh, you need to get your left arm removed when you have a cold, right? Does that make sense? That makes sense, right? So Miss Harriet said, y'all laughing at me. Miss Harriet said, I did my first trust. I was really nervous, but I did it. I'm a newbie. Congratulations, Miss Davis. That is awesome. That is awesome. I'm glad you got through it. Did the client call you directly, or was it an attorney that reached out? Or did you go to an attorney's office? Like, how did you come across that? How did you come across that job, that request? That's awesome. I love that you got through it. Um, and you didn't let fear stop you. You punched it in the face and you kept going. I absolutely love it. Guess we're having trouble getting in. Oh, okay. I think we were talking about Miss Davis. Harry Davis was still talking about the fingerprint. Yes, you guys may have to move differently in Illinois, but having trouble getting in it. So yeah, reach out to Anthony. I'm gonna tell you the easiest thing: send him an email. He is way better at responding to email than I am. Send him an email. Just let him know that you may have a few questions for him, and he will respond to you, and you guys can connect up. But Anthony, not only does he do fingerprinting, he does remote online notarization, and also for me, he is my runner or my courier when I need documents apostille for the state of Illinois. Um, the office that he's really close to one of there's two different offices. He's really close to one of them, and so his office is close to one of them. So I will send all of my stuff over there to his office, and he'll get it done for me. Turnaround time 48 hours. And so he's really good, really cool. So I send him distance anytime I can. Ms. Linda says, Linda the realtor, Linda D realtor. No, not too long. The NNA signing agent and also have to do virtual. I am now certified. You're in Florida. Perfect. Okay, Ms. Linda, there's where are you in Florida? Are you close to Tampa by chance? Because this is what even if you're not, what I want you to do, Ms. Linda, if you're not already following her, there is Notarizing Tampa. Battles is her last name. What is her first? Melissa. Melissa Battles. She's on TikTok as Notarizing Tampa. She shares a lot of information. She does virtual meetups and I think mostly in-person meetups. So she's going to be a fantastic resource for you in Florida. Fantastic resource. But now that I give you that, again, she is Notarizing Tampa. I think it's all one word on TikTok. Can I tag her? I don't know if I can tag her. I think she has to be on here. I don't even know how this works. Yeah, I think she has to be on here with us. Notarizing Melissa. I don't know how to spell Melissa. There you go. You guys should be able to see the chat. But I just know when I type it in, I can't see it, but I think you guys can see it. Right? So let me know if you saw that. But I did put her handle in there for you. Melissa Battles. Okay, you're Fort Pierce, Florida, about 4 hours from Tampa. Okay, got it. I just want to know like location wise where you were. So don't go to her meetups in person. Don't do that. Don't do that. Maybe the virtual ones. Don't try 4 hours. But she's going to be a fantastic resource for you. And now that you've taken the training, the MMA signing agent, and also you're about to do virtual, or did you already take the Ron training, or are you about to start the Ron training? But anyway, now that you're done with the NNA signing agent stuff, what I would highly, highly, highly recommend doing is setting up a Google business profile, right? Like, why? And this is the difference for you guys out in Tampa and Florida. You can work directly with title companies. Out here in Georgia, we're in a, well, we're what's called a closed state or an attorney state. We cannot be willy nilly and do um, like in state of Georgia, it is illegal to call yourself a signing agent. It is also illegal to perform signing agent duties. We can only perform notary duties, notarial duties under for real estate under the guidance of an attorney, direct supervision of an attorney. That's the official wording, right? We have to do it under direct supervision of an attorney. I assume that you're a licensed realtor too, as well, right? So you already know you can talk to title. If you were here when we were talking with Miss Deja earlier, you already know the walk, or you can talk the talk and walk the walk, right? So you already know these things, and so let's play with your strengths, right? You know how to talk to title. Let them know. Like, I mean, if you want to market yourself as a real estate agent as well, that's a different thing. You know how to do that with title, right? But let them know on the other side or initially, because connections are connection, right? Look, I rather you close a house and get that 3% versus the notarization. I'm just going to be real with you, right? Unless the house is 30 grand. I know you're still making. I have to do the math real quick, right? Yeah, you'll send more potentially. Um, but if you're going to be a like, look, let them know that, hey, I offer notary services. You're a realtor. You're already in your car. You offer mobile services. But you're going to get back on topic. Start absolutely free. Get it set up. The hardest part, like I said earlier, is going to be getting your your business profile approved. Right? Just what you to do. If they want to see a video of your workstation, if they want to see a video of your commission, just do it. Don't fight it. Just do it. And if they fail you, just appeal it. And if they fail you another time, appeal it again and get them on the phone. They will do literally a video call with you through Google Meets or whatever it is, and yeah, they'll tell you exactly what they want you to do. They're like, hey, show me this, show me that. Okay, if you're mobile, I need you to go to your car, open it for me to make sure, and then like turn like start the ignition. Cool. I need you to go back to your desk, turn on your computer. Let's make sure that you actually have access to be a mobile notary. You give them all that, show them all that they need. They'll go ahead and approve you in your life. I don't know why so many people have issues. I purposely get my account. What is the word? I can't think of the word. I purposely get my stuff turned off. I do it, and then I'm like back up and running in 3 days. Like I break the rules on purpose to see how hard it is. Um, but and there's people like, oh, I've been for like 4 weeks. I'm like, how? You're not making money. Anyway, sorry. Let me get focused. Google this profile. Go ahead and get that done. Set it up. It's the easiest way for people to find you on the interwebs. Go ahead and give you a call. I'm all the way out here in Georgia. Before the crackdown, I got calls from attorneys in Florida, title companies in Florida, because they just simply Google me. They Google notary in Gwinnett, notary in certain city, and I pop up because I do really good SEO, right? I think I do. That doesn't mean that I really do. And so they call me the easiest barrel, bottom of the barrel way to get business. But on the other hand, if you want consistent business, oh, let me finish saying this. Um, a lot of people say do general notary work because that gives you practice before you start doing um, LSA loan signing or notary signing agent type work. Every notarization is just as important. I don't. I cannot stand and say that any type of notarization is more important because of the dollar value behind it. If we mess up, one of our notary buddies did her first trust today. If those documents were not executed correctly, the family may not know until 10, 15 years from now. Can you imagine if that family, like, because people that don't have anything don't trust. Like, can you imagine the additional amount of wealth that that family has compiled over wealth being subjective, right, over the next 15 years, and then they come to see that it's all invalid, right? I don't know why people think that real estate is far more important than other types of notarization. Let's just say a parent is doing something for their kid's school. They get everything submitted, and off you go, off they go. Now all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, the school is saying, "Hey, your kid cannot come back." how much time and money is it going to cost that parent to fix this issue? They got to take days off from work. What if it's going to take them 3 days to get it done? Now they got to pay for additional health, like not healthcare, childcare that they weren't expected or planning to pay for. Anyway, every notarization is important to me, but Google has let everyday people give you a call, so then you can become more comfortable, not testing, not practicing. You can get more comfortable being a notary, um, with these individuals that are calling. And again, you already are an agent. You already know how to talk the talk, right, with a title. Then you can start going in and communicating with them. A lot of people, let me say this. A lot of people also say sign up for signing platforms first, to get, even more comfortable, right? That's going to be, there's a ton of them. Join a Notary Buddy community. I have a list in there. I have another Notary Buddy created a list. I didn't make it. So there's a link to a list in there. But the big ones right off the bat is going to be signing order. No, is that right? Yeah, signingorder.com and SnapDocs. Those are the two largest two. There's other ones like Notary Rotary and like there's a lot of other ones, right? The NNA also has their version of something. Signingagent.com, I think that's theirs, where you're listed on this national database, and anyone, title companies, attorney offices, signing service companies can have access to it, and they can find you or send you the job, and you can accept it. Right? You can get a lot more comfortable with that type of work going that way, so then you don't have to focus on marketing. Right? Don't have to focus on marketing. You can just focus on becoming a damn good notary. That's one thing, or that's the next thing. And then the last thing is then we get your own direct business, right? You already have relationships. Same as I said to the other person. Hey, you know what? I don't know how long you've been a realtor. I'm just making up numbers, right? I've loved being a realtor for the last decade. I have seen, or 15 years, or whatever it is, right? I don't want to say this. I have seen the need to help my clientels or potential clientels even further, or offer an additional service to my clients or potential clients or whatever it is. I don't know if those can't cross certain borders or certain lines, but I'm now offering mobile notary services. I would phrase it. I wouldn't say for my potential clients. I would say for um, other agents' clients, brokers' clients, um, lenders' clients, right? I would phrase it that way because you can't, it's a conflict of interest if you're the notary and also the real estate agent on that transaction, right? It's a conflict of interest. So I would phrase it as, hey, I'm offering a service, and then I would market it directly to other agents, their brokers, title companies, of course, lenders, all these kind of things. If you have access, and if it's not overstepping your fiduciary bounds, I think that's the phrase I want to use. I would reach out. I would go back through your contact list and let them know if that's okay, if that's legal for you to do, right? Because I don't want to tell you anything that's going to jeopardize your license. So you know your laws, you know your rules. Um, I was just thinking about that. So I would market it to other agents, because or you may have come across a situation where it could just be a power of attorney. Somebody's in another state, they won't be there for the closing. They need the power of attorney close or notarized. Why can't you tell other realtors like, hey, if you have clients and they need their power of attorney, like power of attorneys come up, whatever else kind of stuff comes up, I will take care of it for you, right? And now that positions the other realtor or the realtor they're working with as the hero, because now they know a person, right? They know a lady, they know a guy. That's how I would do it. Hey, Miss Tisha, how's it going? Oh, I saw that you did become a member of the Notary Buddy, not Notary Buddy. Yeah, too many things, too many things. I do too much, apparently. Um, the Notary Academy, my Notary Academy. So I appreciate you joining. I will. I'm still trying to figure it out. Um, of course, Miss Linda, absolutely. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for. Um, I'm, I'm, I hope that helps, right? I hope that helps. I'm sorry, you two y'all looking up my nose again. Let me fix this camera because I decided to sit down in my chair a little. So I was like way up here. Um, but yeah, Miss Linda, I'm happy that I hope that helped you. But Miss Tish, Um, Letitia, you'll tell me when we talk. I'm still trying to figure out everything. I will be sending you an email or a text. I will be sending you something, letting you schedule a 15-minute. I think I'm trying to figure it out, like an introduction call with me. I'll send out my calendar. I still just have to put a few other things on there. I'll send that out and I'll make sure I block out the time for you so you can have your 15-minute introduction call with me. And what I will do, we can chit chat. It's probably more than 15 minutes. I'll not talk too damn much, but it officially is 15 minutes. I'll introduce you to all the system. I'll show you around where all the courses are, which you have access to, and I will make sure that you have a specific phone number for me. As I know if you follow me on here, you probably because you're newer, but I give out all kind of different phone numbers, right? Because every phone number means something different. But you, as one of my very first official mentees, you get a different phone number, and that is a hotline. That is the hey, I'm at the table right now. I got questions. We try to keep those calls to 5 minutes, right? Just because I don't want to be on 15 minutes on a phone call with you in front of your client, right? We limit those to 5 minutes. We'll run through it. You send me pictures of the section of the document if you need to. I help you through it so you can get through that, right? And then if we need to, we can touch bases afterwards for like another 10 minutes or so, 5, 10 minutes, just to make sure that you're good. And I will make sure that we have all of that explained for you, make sure you have all the things to be successful, and tell you exactly what courses to take and which order to take it. And also, some of them, right now, I already told you this, right? Right now, when you go in there, you're going to be watching my girl, Nate. Nate is the one that helped me out. Nate knows her stuff. Don't get it twisted. Nate know her stuff. Um, I was just asked to help, like, take over right now and assist. The goal is to bring me back so we can both be doing it together. So we have two powerhouses, right? Um, I just need to update a few things because a few laws have changed, and so I will be going through and updating it. So you may see some stuff disappear, but it'll be right back in there within 24 hours. I will try my darndest to get it back in there same day, but 24 hours for sure. And that's only because it needs to be updated. But anyway, so I'm excited to have you in there. And there's other people that joined as well. Um, yes, Miss Angelica, look, I got you too. I got you too. I got you too. Um, yeah, Miss Tish, look, we try to do the thing because I was asked so many times to do the mentor type deal, and I fought it for years. I'm like, you know why? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I truly feel that I will be an even better mentor when I hit certain benchmarks in my own business, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. That don't mean I don't know what I'm talking about. Right? It's just a few other things. Like I wanted to become a mentor when I consistently generated $10,000 a month in Georgia, which is the hardest damn state to build a notary business. Um, but the cards aligned, right? Individuals aligned. I was encouraged. Um, I was encouraged, right? And there's also a need. There was a need. Just because Nate right now, she's working on a few different things, and like I didn't want you guys to not have anybody to call because Nate was that person. She's been that person for years, and so of course, if she needs some help, I got her. I got you guys, and so I wouldn't say the next best, but I was, if y'all can't get Nate, you got me. Right. Miss Shay, Miss Shaw. We talked about it before. Is it Touche? I can't remember. You asked me if it is that true. To me, it's true. I don't say it to discourage people that Georgia is one of the more difficult states to build an notary business in. And look, let me tell you why. A lot of y'all got in this game because you heard loan signing, right? A lot of us got in this game because we heard loan signing, those marketers to us, NNA, Mark Wills, all these other companies. And like, uh, I think she already ate. Yeah, no, I already fed her. I asked her, Lynn, you want some food? Yeah, see, she ate already. I'm pretty sure I fed them. If like it's not eat, like my dog was about to lie and get second dinner. I'm pretty sure I fed her right Because normally I feed her like 7:15. I feed her earlier, like 7. Yeah, she ate already. Look at her. Because when she doesn't eat, she's like, "Oh my god, feed me." But now she's like, "I could eat again." That's why you're almost 100 pounds. 2 dinners. Sorry about that. So yes, for us in the state of Georgia, everybody got in because of loan signings, right? Loan signings, you can make a ton of money. And during COVID, we could because the attorneys didn't want to go out and get sick, so they sent us out. So the money they would normally be making, we were making. Things have gone back to normal. Georgia is cracking down. The only way, the only way, gray area eliminate, because I operate my behind that gray area. Gray area gone. It is pitch red. There is no gray. It is red. It is bloody red now. The only way that we can legally, and I only talk about legally building a business, the only way that we in Georgia can assist with real estate or do like real estate related documents apart from deeds, and there's always caveats, but deeds and what is it called? What is it called? Where people take their payments and put it on the back end of their mortgage. Uh, Shoot, I can't think of it. Anyway, but it'll come to me in a second. We cannot, in the state of Georgia, legally perform any activity related to real estate that requires us to receive documents physically or electronically. I'll tell you the list: physically or electronically from a title company or from a title company. It does even if the property is in a different state. We cannot do that. Step one. I mean, it's a whole thing, but step one: if we cannot receive documents physically or electronically, we cannot coordinate on behalf of the title company or out of state attorney with the client to sign those documents. We cannot show up with those documents in hand to the client's house, workplace, whatever, park bench. We cannot do that and have them go through those documents, sign them, and then we notarize them. We cannot scan those documents back and then ship them off or hand deliver them in order to be processed for the conveyance of real property. Meaning, if they get in the loan, they buying the property from somebody. So title and ownership of that property will be changing hands, right? If they're selling a property, guess what? Title and ownership of that property will be changing hands. The state of Georgia said if any of those things are present, especially all five, all six of them, you're going to jail. You cannot do that. We can no longer do that, right? And so the gray area was like, well, it's not a state property, blah, blah, blah. The only way that we can do that is under direct supervision of an attorney. And even each attorney has a different way that they want to deal with it. Some are like black and white. This can only be done in my office. You have to come sit in my office. I will explain all the documents. I'm currently not commissioned as in the notary, the attorney. They're not commissioned as a notary. Nobody in their office is commissioned as a notary. Um, so they may have a secretary who will act as a witness, right? And all they do, we do. They explain the documents. The borrower, the seller signs those documents. They pass it over to their other person to sign as a witness on the necessary forms. That person passes it to us. We sign it and notarize it. We don't open our mouth. We don't do nothing unless we're putting them under the oath. That's what we do. We sign it, we stamp it, and pass it back to the assistant. That's the only thing we can do. Some attorneys are a little bit more lax. They're like, hey, uh, I will pop in. I will explain everything I need to explain. I will be right next door if you have questions. Our job then is to turn the page, collect the signature, sign, stamp it. Turn the page, collect the signature, because the attorney doesn't want to sit there for that. There's also attorneys that, again, will operate a little bit more loosely. They're like, here are the documents. Show up at 2 o'clock. Again, we didn't print them. I mean, like, we obviously have the documents in hand. We showing up to the person's house, but the attorney is on Zoom. The attorney is down a floor down, a floor up. The attorney is available, right? That's the loosest, that is the grayest area. And if you ever get in trouble with that, you have to defend yourself. But again, direct supervision of an attorney. Is the attorney in person or are they on a video recording device such as Zoom or FaceTime? I have done both. I have had an attorney on Zoom. I have had them on FaceTime. They will sit there and they will put themselves on mute. I will put my phone on a little stand or my iPad. My iPad does stand up, right? They go like stand this. You see explaining everything. And they say turn the page. Cool. They explain the next thing because they have a different copy. And they're like, the next thing you see is this, the title of it. I make sure the client sees that it's the title of the document, and they say yes, or the attorney starts explaining it, right? And he says, now sign. They sign, I flip the page. I know that was a big long thing, right? No, Georgia does not play. There was a gray area during COVID. It was like got out of hand. They didn't have the manpower to fix it, and now 2025, they're like, we're done playing with y'all. We catch you, you get a warning. The warning may include your commission being rejected or suspended for a short amount. Being suspended for a short amount of time or suspended for whatever the trial period is. Right? That can be 8 years. That can be 2 commission cycles. It could be longer. It could be you can never get it back. Right? And in addition to that, like worst case scenario, get suspended, be fined a minimum of $5,000 and incarcerated up to 2 years. They're not playing with us. So your boy quickly removed any wording. I need to finish my website. I need to finish my website. I removed any wording. I don't talk about it publicly anymore. I'm going to talk about it right here, right? But I ain't telling nobody in their mom to go and do it. If you don't do it, but I'm telling you, if you want to do assisting with real estate transactions, become really good friends with attorneys. I know a few. I work with a few, right? I just decided to leave the real estate sector alone unless that attorney really, really needs me. Speaking of attorneys, tomorrow I need. Let's do it real quick. Notary buddies, y'all over there on Facebook? On Facebook, I need witnesses tomorrow. I was at the hospital today, got something taken care of. I need witnesses again tomorrow, but preferably in the AM hours, 10 or 11 or noon. I mean, that's PM, but I prefer to do 10, 11, or 12 p.m. I'm going to get you in and out there in 20 minutes or less. Because if we get 30 minutes, then we got to pay for parking, right? So we're going to be doing a power of attorney and a financial power of attorney and probably an advanced healthcare directive. So tomorrow. So who is in, and that's going to be in Gwinnett County in Lawrenceville over at the hospital. The Gwinnett, what is it? Northside Gwinnett, right? So I need a witness. I need a second witness for that. You will get experience. I will be paying you $30 for it. Again, I'm going to try to get you in out there in 20, 30, less than 30 minutes. As soon as we hit 31 minutes, we got to pay for parking. So we trying to get up out of there. So go ahead and message me, text me. Let me know if you're available in this again, preferably in Lawrenceville Notary, so you're not driving a car. Again, you get $30, right? It's not a ton. $30 to be a witness. You guys can see my process because I will be the main notary on that one. Then the next day, I have 2 attorneys that booked me back to back. I can only do one. It's going to be 2 estate plans. So I need. Do you want to be a notary on one of the things on the 30th? They Gamer Wharf. Are you going to be a head notary on one of the appointments on the 30th? Because I can't be at both. Do you wanna go with Natalie? Okay, because she know you, and I will do the attorney. He's a new guy, so I have no idea how his flow goes. You got to drop me off there at 11, and then you to Natalie for 2. Okay, so see, we just coordinated. Um, who is this? Tish, you're available at 8? Uh, I don't know if this man likes to wake up that early. Let me. Oh, dang it! I'm on my phone. Hey, Fernie, what's up? I see you over there. Let me ask. I don't know if 8 o'clock is too early for mom. Let me see. Hold on. Facebook, I'll be right back because I need to send a text message. I'm gonna see if 8 o'clock is too early for mom. I gotta be real quick or it's gonna end the line. Absolutely no problem. Hey, I just have a real quick question for you. I have a witness that is available as early as 8 a.m. Is that too early for mom? If it is, no problem, just let me know. And I gotta hurry up and go back to Facebook before he ends the live. Okay, Facebook, I think I'm back. All I did was just send a real quick text message. And yes, I do call my clients' parents my parents as well. I mean, obviously they're not, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If it's mom, it's dad. If it's their mom and dad, it's mom and dad, right? I have one client, a repeat client. He calls his parents mother and father, and guess what? It's mother and father. I was like, hey, is mother okay if I show up at 11 today, right? To take care of her notarization needs? I'm like, perfect. Yeah, I'll ask mother. Just because I like to connect on that level with my clients. So, so we'll see. Tish, we'll see if he is available at 8. I will show up probably like 10 minutes earlier. Whew, that means I wake up. I mean, I'm be wait. That means I got to put my pants early. We'll see if 8 o'clock works for him. But if not, I need someone again, 10, 11, or 12 in Lawrenceville over at the hospital. And then the next day, which is the 30th, the next day, which is the 30th, um, I have 2 appointments with attorneys. I'm gonna be head notary on one. My other half's gonna be head notary on the second one. The second one is covered. I will need 2 additional witnesses, and I need to see what this attorney is willing to pay. I have all day tomorrow to get it coordinated, but I need 2 additional witnesses. We're gonna be in Dunwoody. We're gonna be in Dunwoody. I don't know the zip code. I need to look at it. So it's not even Gwinnett County. The only reason I said yes is because it is literally on the way to the 12 o'clock appointment at the attorney's office. So I'm just y'all already heard. I'm just gonna get dropped off and I'll just be there. And depends on if there's food or something nearby, I'll just go have lunch until he's done and come pick me up because we're down to one vehicle right now. So I will need 2 witnesses since I'm going to be the head notary on that one. Because I want to see the other attorney at 12 because I haven't seen her in a minute because I've been gone. We always have a good time. We always chat and everything afterwards. So I'll catch her. She booked like 4 appointments for the next 2 weeks, so I will see her. So yeah, there you go. So y'all text me, let me know. Um, so go ahead and let me know my notary buddies who's available with again those. So tomorrow is Lawrenceville. Tish, Tisha, Letitia. As soon as he responds to me, I will let you know if that works. Um, and if not, I will have to find a second witness later in the day because I want to get that one knocked out because yeah. And then on the 30th, I need 2 witnesses in the city of Dunwoody. Um, we're going to be meeting a brand new attorney, so I'm going to need you to come correct. I mean, I normally don't do this on this type of platform because I have my people I like to choose, especially for brand new attorney introductions, right? But this was a last minute request, and I never met him. I just we met each other via email like 3 hours ago, and that was a referral from another notary buddy. She just doesn't service Dunwoody, and again, it's on my way. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Um, Mother, yeah, hey Dean, what's up? What's up? Someone got Duke Energy account last week. I don't know what that means. What's Duke? Like, is that a? I guess I can Google. What's Duke Energy? Is that a thing in North Carolina? Duke Energy, North Carolina. Oh, it's like a legit like power company. Okay, tell me. I'm excited for you, but tell me why I'm excited. tell, tell me why I'm excited. Because they're like I don't know. Let me know what's going on. Like for real, first impressions are serious, right? And I was gonna send somebody else in like instead of me, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna go to that one. I will go to that one, even though I have really good fun with the other attorney, and she probably misses me as well. This has been a few appointments, and she hasn't seen my face since I've been sent. I'm not me. Uh, but yeah, cool. What other things do you guys want to talk about? Oh, we talked about reviews. The other thing I want to talk about was just a saying, real quick. Um, hold on, let me get back to it. Text messages. I text myself. This is a quote that I heard, and I believe it because it's one of those things that I've seen play out for me. It says you create success with skills. Like your skill set creates your success. You sustain your success with traits. Like what character, excuse me now, and the hiccups. After I drank that water. What character traits do you guys have, or what character traits can you develop to sustain your success? And the last thing is you grow your success with beliefs, like belief that you can do it, belief that it is possible because you have already achieved it, right? So the more success you have, it feeds your belief, and the more belief you have, it feeds your success. So it's a cyclical cycle. Wow, I think that's the way to say it. It's a cyclical thing, right? It just keeps on going. So again, that quote is you create success with skills, you maintain success with traits. I put treats. I'm like, it's not treats. I go for some treats. Let me start over. You create success with skills, you sustain success with traits, and you grow success with beliefs. So just as a thing I want to share with you guys is something I listened, I've heard before, and it's something that came up again. And I'm like, you know what? That's so dang on true. That is so dang on true. Because again, all my new notary buddies, right? You guys like you practice, you take training, you learn how to become a damn good notary. That's my phrase. I'm never gonna stop saying it. So if that offends you, I apologize. So you learn how to become a damn good notary, which increases your skill set, right? And then it increases your success because now you have the skills to be successful. And then you sustain your success with traits. This is the biggest. This right here, this middle section is where I see a lot of people fall off. We don't do the traits, or we don't continue the traits that got us our first successes. And I'm saying this to me. This is a reminder to me. I'm like, dang, I'm slow. Like this week, last week, I was getting over a cold, but I was still slow. I'm like, why have I not? Because y'all know I'm trying to average 20 apostilles a month. That was my goal for the next uh, 60, 45 to 60 days because of when I started. Over the 60 days, I needed to get close to averaging 20 apostilles a month. So that going into the 90 days, so like, well, I guess 61 to 90, there, I for sure have 20, right? I need to, like, the first month, I'm going to hit 20. I know that. My first is not like, it's not the month of April because I started a little bit inside of April, but the first 30 days, I'm not going to hit 20 just because of my current track record. I'm like, dang it, what can I adjust to make sure I get closer to hitting 20 for that second 30-day period, right? So from day 31 up to day 59, technically, or day 60, whatever the math is, right? What can I do to ensure that I'm close, if not 100% on point, to get 20? And then for the next wave of 3 days, what do I do to sustain that? Because I hit the ground running this year, right? I hit the ground apostille after apostille after apostille. January sucked ass. I ain't getting a bunch of nothing. But I'm like, okay, I got bills to pay. It's my birthday. I did not go to Colombia, not even to Brazil again for another year because I want to go do Carnival, right? Carnival. And I didn't do it. So I'm like, why am I not doing it? How can I get there? Apostille is my fastest way to do it. And you know the favorite part about it? I can still facilitate an apostille if I'm in Brazil. I cannot notarize nothing in Brazil, but I can still facilitate an apostille. I sure can, right? Here's a label. Go drop it off, right? Hey, you should receive this in the mail tomorrow. I need you to run it over to the office and put it right back in the mail same day. So, or at least in 2 days, right? 48-hour turnaround. And then I can, my client will get it the next day because I will pay for next day air shipping. I'm in Brazil. I can still do it. I'm future PC, right? I can still do that. So I had to think of businesses, how I can still run my business as when I'm not in the state of Georgia, when I'm outside of the state of Georgia, right? Because anytime I cross that border, I cannot notarize anything. And so that's the point. Like that's the biggest thing for me when I try to do trips. Like if I want to go hang out with friends in Tennessee, if I want to go to like I was in Texas in Austin, I had another invitation to come right back to Texas. I don't know what part it is, but it's for graduation. And then we have niece and nephew graduating in Utah. And there's another thing like you're supposed to be going to Montana. So every time I leave, I don't make money. So guess what? Your boy doesn't leave, right? And so I was trying to figure out how to fix that. So I have to develop the traits. Get back on track. Looking at my notes, I have to develop the traits to to sustain my success, right? And then once I do that, it's just repeat because I'll believe that I can do this, right? Because of belief, we have to break our negative beliefs. The negative belief that I had to break was that I have to be in Georgia to make money. in this notary space. I'm not a signing service owner. I have not built a business that way. I don't think I can. I mean, I believe, can I? See, it's a negative belief I have to break. Do I believe I can do it? Absolutely. Do I want to do it? Hell no. I will let Dean continue to do it, right? That's not the business I want to build, right? Um, because like the work that goes into it and the things to maintain it, I don't want to do that. That's not on my horizon now, right? So I'm taking at what I know I want to do. This is the other thing. If it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. So somebody's like, "Do you want to do this?" Hell yeah, then you do it. If it's a then it's a don't do it. It's a hell no. It's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And I've been trying to live that philosophy a lot more in my life. Anyway, so once I, build those traits to sustain my business, I had to break the belief that I cannot run my notary business out of state. It's not true. While I was in Texas, I facilitated 3 apostilles. I got $400 deposited from one apostille. I mean, it was a lot of work. I'm saying I'm robbing people, a highway robbery. It was a lot of work. And $400 was a discount. That was a discount. It should have been closer to 7. He was a repeat client, so he got a really decent discount. But I got $400 deposited, and then another one was like 100, and then the other one was like 125 two times. 125, 160. So it proved to me, so I broke that belief that I cannot make money in my business if I'm not in a state of Florida. I can't notarize. So then that way I can send it to somebody and say, hey, can you catch this for me? I could build a client and then I can pay the notary later, right? Later as in, hey, I'll pay you by the end of the day because I ain't that kind of person. You gonna get paid, and if I forget, I make sure I catch you. Ask any of my witnesses. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't you drag me through the mud? I was supposed to pay you 3 days ago. Here, I send you a cash app and I throw an extra $5 on it because I was late, right? I don't play about paying people. Um, I deal with the late payments, right? So like if I did that, I would just probably take like $5 off the top just for having to coordinate it. If I was out of state, and then a lot of times that's not even worth it to me. I'm like, I'm only charging them 45. You go ahead and just take the whole 45, right? I ain't got time for that. It's too much work to be making calls back and forth and making sure you showed up. I'm like, nope, you just go ahead and take the client. You don't show up, that's all you, not me. That's why I don't have time for a signing service. Sorry, let me stay on top of it and figure out what I got to do. Here. Dean says, can you go and read my questions? Thank you so much. See, thank you, Miss Angelica. Um, I told y'all I talk too much. Tell me when I miss a question. Is your question? See it. I see it. Candace and Candy. Hey, how's it? Oh, let me scroll up. Loan mods. Thank you, Miss Letitia. Yes, loan mods. That's what I was talking about. In the state of Georgia, we can do loan mods. Uh, and we can do quick claim deeds. We can do deeds. We can notarize those all day long without an attorney. Attorneys prefer to do it because then they're going to record it. And that's another thing. Don't overstep your bounds. But if you're notarizing a deed or a quit claim deed, offer your clients in the state of Georgia. I don't know about anywhere else. Offer your clients the option to file it. Look up the filing fee. I can't remember what it is because they're all done electronically now. So you literally do it from your computer. I'm in Gwinnett County, so if I go online to Gwinnett County Courthouse, I can register for an account. It's $25 for the month, I believe, or you pay the one-time fee. I have not done one to be transparent with you guys because all my attorneys do them. But you can pay the one-time fee, um, $5, $10. I don't know. It changed. It changed earlier this month, and I have not done one since it changed. Whatever that new fee is, at least for Gwinnett County, you pay that one time, or you just do a monthly subscription of 25. Only if you have a clientele, you notarize that deed, that quick claim deed, and you ask them, "Hey, would you like me to file this for you?" Because we're going to go down to the courthouse, and the person's going to say, "Hey, you see that computer over there? Here's the login. Here's the password. Go set up an account and file it." Or you can do it for them. Charge them $25. Charge them $40. I don't know, whatever your business dictates. Charge them 10. Just make sure they cover the cost. I'll do it for 10, and it's also $5 a prompt, so it's like 5, right? Charge them 15, whatever it is. So yes, so we can still do loan mods in the state of Georgia without, as far as I know, without the guidance of an attorney, because it does not fall under like transference or conveyance of real property because they're already in the property. They're not redrafting a new loan technically. All they're doing is moving the payments that they're behind on to the end of their loan, and they just need a few documents notarized saying they understand it. Here are the terms, blah 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 blah. And we don't have to do nothing. We show up. I ask them, hey, do you understand these documents? They say yes because the lender, somebody has already explained it to them. And they've gone page by page. And they were physically mailed the documents. They received it in the mail. They're all wrinkled and crumpled up, and you just watch them sign it. You sign it. If an oath is required, put them under the oath for the appropriate pages, stamp that bad boy, and keep on going. Next. Georgia does not play. Nope, they won't. Miss Angelica says, if we do a flyer and put on their loan signing agent, should we put something there about an attorney? I would not, because my dog is Spanish. She's dreaming. She's kicking her like, move your butt. Um, do not put loan signing agent on your flyers. I'm looking for the book because in this beautiful book, um, I can't remember the page off the top of my head right now, but there is a section that says loan signing agent. It's forbidden. Long story short, it's forbidden in the state of Georgia, like legit. Page 32. Notary signing agent activities are prohibited. That's the word I want to say, prohibited, not forbidden. They are prohibited, and we cannot use the term loan signing agent, notary signing agent. We cannot do any of that, and we cannot do any of the duties that fall under what is known as a notary signing agent or a loan signing agent. So on your flyers, if you want to market that you can assist with real estate, this is how I do it. I literally say, I think it's on my website. I say assist with real estate transactions, or I say real estate transactions, and I put an asterisk next to it. And underneath, I put a paragraph that says all real estate transactions must be done under direct supervision or guidance of an attorney, right? www.genmobile. I say this right now because I haven't fixed my website. I haven't updated it. So go look at my website and see exactly what I say. So right now on the home page of my website, it says real estate, seller, purchases, construction, refinance. Then I have a little asterisk next to it. I think, oh, you can't, but right underneath, there's a paragraph that says, note, real estate purchases, I need to fix this. Real estate purchases, construction, refinance, and it should also say seller. Um, of real estate property located in an attorney state, that should say in Georgia, will need to have an attorney involved in the transaction. The notary may act as a facilitator, but under the direct guidance, or I update this to stay compliant with the new verbiage, under the direct guidance of an attorney assisting with notarial acts. So to remove that facilitator, because we can't even facilitate it. I just can be there as a notary. So look at the language I have, but fix it because it is in here. And so I will just update it to what this actually says. And they say direct supervision instead of guidance. So I need to fix that. And that's on the homepage of my website. Literally, it's in the first paragraph. Well, it's in the first paragraph section. And that also is on my flyers, all of it. So go through the language I have and just update it and make sure it's compliant for what the new rules are. And essentially, what I have there, remove facilitator, because we can't do that. And also, you can say all real estate transactions. You don't have to list them. I listed them for SEO, right? Seller, purchase, construction, refinance. So if you want to put those on there, just say that we can assist with these under the direct supervision of an attorney. And we are only there to perform notarial acts, or you can say notarial duties. So we're only there to perform notarial duties. We don't explain, we don't, none of it. We don't facilitate. Because that was my favorite word to say. I don't explain your documents. I just facilitate the closing of these documents. So yeah. So hopefully that. So thank you for telling me to go back and answer your question. Let's see. Very informative. You are very welcome. Even if it's recorded in another state, absolutely. This is Ashira, I think that's how I say it. Even if it was recorded in another state, that was the gray area that a lot of us operated under. Like, oh, this is closing in another state that's not an attorney state. As long as it was not another attorney state, that was a gray area that we operated in because COVID told us we could. We cannot. We couldn't for a long time, but no one enforced it. It is being enforced right now, and I just want to keep you guys out of jail. like for real. Tennessee Notary, hey, Miss Candace and Candy, I did see you guys hop in. What does your marketing flyers have on it? Just mobile notary and no loan signing. So yes, I don't have like my current. I don't have not made new flyers. Oh, go into Notary by Community, Miss Angelica, and I have in the learning tab. I think in there I have like all my stuff. Like it's made in Canva. Like all my old stuff is in there. So you can see exactly what my flyers look like. All my marketing, all of the print marketing, it's all in there. If you can't find it, let me know. I will either tag you in it or I will make sure it's visible for everybody. All I have to do is just click hide or unhide. So I probably did it because it was not compliant, but let me know if it's in there. So yeah, so my flyers, if I do my desk on my story viewer, I'm trying to I'm gonna put all my flyers. I think it's I can pull it up on my computer, but you guys can't see it, right? Oh, I just found another charger. Look at that! I just found another charger for my. Oh, this is an older one. That's why it's in there. It's a spare one. These are just thank you cards. Oh, look! Remember in the beginning when I was saying send people cards if you mess up? These are the kind of cards. Wedding section, two different ones. Wedding section on Amazon. So this is a oops, I messed up. Thank you, and I would love if you could adjust your review now that I've solved the problem. I can't get to it right now, but it's in there. It's in there. It's too much stuff for me to dig through to try to find one, but it's in the Notary Buddy community, and yeah, you'll see it in there. If you don't, let me know, and I'll make sure I fix it for you. Let's see. Let's see. Someone. Okay, now I'm back to where I was. Let's see. Let the company can go back and read my question. I got it. You got to develop confidence and consistency. Part of mentorship program coming soon. Sure. Ow. For sure. I'm new to Notary. Hey, Mommy Ventures. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where are you? You're new to Notary. Where are you? What state are you in? Let's see if I can connect you with some people that can definitely help you out. I'm in Georgia, and I cover all things Georgia, right? I do all things Georgia. Let's see, where are we? I'm new to Georgia. Okay. Google Business Profile, responding to new climate social media updates and telling everyone you are a notary. Teaching some of you guys how to market. Yep, tell everybody. I talked about it earlier. This will become your best friend. Look, I'm not telling you guys to do things that I'm not doing. I personally started with my personal Facebook. If you guys are friends on my personal Facebook or you're following, so I think they made me a creator now on Facebook. Ooh, that means I get paid. Me and all my $11 from 2 years. Tap in. Tap in. Y'all want to make some serious money? Become an influencer on Facebook. You can be just like me and make $7. Not even $7. What is it? What is that, man? $5.50 per year. Tap in. That's how you become rich. Freaking Facebook. But anyway, I decided to start on my personal Facebook page, and I do. If you guys have noticed, I am posting a lot more about my notary business on there. I don't overwhelm it. I still post funny stuff because I watch videos, and if y'all didn't see that video about showing your husband like something that he didn't see, um, you know, that was a funny video. So I still post my funny stuff on there. But every now and then, like once, maybe twice a week, if I'm posting like 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times a week, I just share funny stuff, right? I will post more. But if I only post or share 2 things that week, I may skip talking about my notary business. If I post 3 things, I'm talking about every fourth post. I can talk about my notary business, right? So that means I got to post 3 other things before that, or let's say every fifth post. Every fifth post, I can talk about my notary business. That's what I have started because I moved to Georgia, and like most of my associates, like 80 to 90% of my phone book is in Utah. It's on the West Coast. Just because once I moved to Georgia, I wasn't giving out my personal phone number all willy nilly. I decided to keep that more personal, so much to the fact that I changed my phone number. So very few people, even the East West Coast people, have my phone number. But yeah, starting a phone book, you may be different than me. And that's because I have a business phone. I have 2 phones. The business phone can ring all day long. I will answer it. Personal phone is still ring like, who the hell is that? right? Like y'all saw my earlier, my dad called. I'm like, who's calling me? I was like, my dad. I'm like, who's calling this phone? It's just a paperweight at this point. Let's see. Same day or when they upload the shipping label. Um, Oh, Dean said about paying people, right? Same every time about same day paying people or when they upload the shipping label or what? I think I was. Good. I think that's what you're talking about. Miss Washington, how's it going? How is it going? Good to see you back. Miss Angelica, you are very welcome. Where did you get your book to record your notarial act that I've seen in your videos? Miss Anitha, the question I cut. Oh, there it is. I signed up for the Notary Buddy earlier. I will make sure I let you in. I've been slacking because normally I try to make sure I let people in at least every 24 hours. Since I was fighting this nasty cold, I've been off. But I'm back. I think I'm back. As y'all can see, I'm back, right? Where did I get my notary journal? I got it from Amazon. And I don't have an Amazon affiliate, so any link that I share with y'all, I don't get that. And if I do get a kickback, I'll let y'all know. I just cannot stay consistent with the Amazon damn requirements. They're like, oh, we need you to sell this amount. I ain't selling. But this one right here, this is my favorite notary journal. I got it directly from Amazon. It is called the Integrity Notary Journal. Um, this is why I like it. I need to order a new one. I literally, uh, one, two, oh shoot, I need to expedite. I need to overnight it. The appointment, I'm going to run out of pages before the end of the week. Oh wait, I'm sending him to one. So one, two. Look, I'm distracted. I'm counting my appointments. If I get no more appointments, I will have two left. Woo, I need to order it. I don't know why I'm lazy. Normally, what happens is y'all know that whole fight we were having about Amazon. Look, I need to not purchasing stuff on them is costing me to lose business. I ain't got time for that. We playing with my money now. I'm all about supporting, but when my money get affected, we got a problem. It's affecting my business. Anyway, I like this one. Let me turn one more page so you can still see the corner as I write pretty heavy. I like this one because of this. It has all the things that are compliant for the state of Georgia. Um, in most states, right? So we have a place where we can put the date and time that we met the client. We can put their information, like their first, middle, last name, all the stuff, the type of identification that was used, whether it's a driver's license, passport, and not use credible witnesses anymore in the state of Georgia. But also there's this extra stuff, right? Like did they express willingness? Remember I tell y'all the core five that we got to do as a notary: physical appearance, verify their identity, willingness to sign. I sign, they sign. Of course, there's many things in between there, but that's what I'm branding as our core five, as our notarial duties. That's our core five. And this stuff helps me with my core five. Did they express willingness? Were they mentally alert? Were they on drugs? As in, oh, I probably shouldn't say that. Like, were they on medication? Um, did they indicate understanding? This is part of the things that we have to do, right? That helps me with my core five. Down here, I don't use this section, but this is keeping track of, y'all probably can't even see it, but this is keeping track of what documents were signed. In California, y'all got to keep track of this. I ain't got time for this. This slows me down. I write it down here in the notes section. We did a power of attorney, a financial power of attorney. We did a healthcare advance directive. It's in here, but I got to go through here and check, and I ain't got time for all that. The sign-in address, which is required for us in Georgia. This is optional. Anyone else in attendance, this is for me. This is CYA. Like, yep, their dog Fluffy was there. Their cat JoJo was there, right? Um, the fee that I charge them, like I get to itemize it right here, and then I take my notes. Most of the time, all that stuff like cat JoJo, what we notarize, I'll write all of that here, right? Or something that happened that was very unusual, I will write it here as well, right? And then at the bottom, the address that's on their ID or their current address, phone number, email, that's from my signature and initial. And there's a thumbprint. I don't collect the thumbprint unless I really feel that I need to. The state of Georgia, we don't have to do that. That's just me being extra. The signature, I love this because whatever signature, at first you tell them, oh, just go ahead and sign it, right? Anyway, if they're tired, I'm like, nope. Now I need their signature to match the exact same way that they signed on those documents. Because if it's ever contested, I'm like, look, this person appeared before me and as per my notes, and it was per my notarial duties, they did express willingness. They were mentally alert. They did indicate understanding. They sign those documents, especially if there's a witness. I watched them sign, and my witness, who also goes up here, watched them sign. I also have that exact signature right here on this document. And it was required for me to put them on the Georgia oath. Here's the initials, their initials, acknowledging that I did put them under the Georgia oath. I have all of it. And the two, I said three last time I misspoke. The two times that I had a will or power of attorneys or anything contested, as soon as this was brought out, it was a done deal. The attorney's like, oh, never mind. You know what you're doing. I just need you to sign this affidavit and get it notarized. I'm like, perfect. And you know what? I'll sign it, notarize it, and I'll take it down to the county for you because it was both in that county. I know exactly where to go and file it because this ain't my first time around the block. I really don't know where to go and file it. I just go in there and ask the lady, and she told me where to go. But it's filed. And so not only, listen to this, not only did they call me to sign an affidavit stating that this information was true, blah, 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 to get it done, right? An attorney, some random attorney I probably never worked with, and never heard of, because it was a client's attorney, not somebody I worked with, right? Not only did I take care of it for them, but two, I got to market my business to them because they saw how well I was. Then they're like, hey, and I'm like, hey, would you like me to go ahead and file this for you? Guess who just got a courier fee, right? I signed up for Notary earlier. Okay, did I answer your question? Yes, 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 I did answer your question. I need to let you in the Notary queue. Miss Tatiana, how's it going? Um, yep, Amazon. I got it off of Amazon. I have Notary and nuptials. Thank you. Okay, you guys open each other. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, I skipped some stuff. I signed up for Tatiana, absolutely newbie here. Where do you get your, why do you need flyers? Sorry, let me stop talking so much and answer these questions. Why do you need flyers? If you are an in-person marketer, um, as in you want to market your notary business in person, like you stop at other states, you stop at title companies, or in, I can talk from my perspective as a Georgia notary. I stop in other businesses. I stop at law firms. Like, for example, like I just said, the client, their attorney drafted the documents, and the attorney sent them the documents and, hey, go find your own notary, right? And then, like, when they're done, mail these to me. I look at the address on those documents. Pardon me, I have all hiccups now. And if it's somewhere within my radius, or if it's not too far away, I will hand deliver those documents so the client doesn't have to mail them in, right? Because guess who got to pay to mail them in? Like, I will hand deliver these for you, and if I want to eat the cost, I will. And I'm like, hey, this is like 35 minutes one way. I will be happy to take it for you. If you mail it based on where the attorney's request, it's going to be 45, $50. I'll do it for 30. Still made money, right? Still saving 25 bucks. Um, they already trusted me as a notary. And I tell people, it's a side note, but sorry, I'm going to get your flyers question. Even today with the client, they gave me all the documents. I was like, and I say this, these are my words. You can trust me, or like, you can decide to trust me, or you can just tell me no. I will hand deliver these documents to your attorney. I will hand deliver these notarized documents to your sister, to your mother, to whoever is going to be the keeper of these documents. I will hand deliver them for you. Or if you want to send them via FedEx, I already showed y'all. I don't want to pull all the stuff out. I know. If you send them via FedEx, uh, post office, UPS, go ahead and do that. Guess what? I'm gonna still leave you with one of these, even though they're free. You can get them when you go to FedEx. Oh, who you shipping it with? Oh, you are. Here you go. Here you go. You need a little label. You need a pouch for the label. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, here you go. You know what? Give them all that stuff. That's me being extra. I just started this part because somebody told me utilize my discounts. It's like, hey, I know you're going to send this via FedEx, even if you know what I typically know the price you're going to be sending the 2-day air is going to be, even if it's staying in Georgia, that's the crazy part. It's still going to cost you 35, 45 bucks, somewhere around there. I will be happy to just help you out a little bit. I already see the attorney's office that is going to. I'll go ahead and create the label, and I can help you save a huge chunk on it because I get extreme discounts because I ship so much. You're already about to pay 35, 45. I will create the label for you. I will email it to you, and well, before I send you that label, run me my 25 bucks. I just save them 15, 25, 35, $40. Well, not probably not 40. Because guess what? It's not just me. Y'all get these same discounts. 2-day air costs me $12. $12 and like 42 cents or something like that. It costs them $45, 30, 35, 45, 50. It just depends. Seasonality, it goes up. In the high season, it costs me 15. In the normal season, it costs me 12. Something I sent the other day cost me 2-day air. I don't know why it was a discount. Maybe I had a credit on my account, but it cost me $8.95. You better believe I still charge that client $30 because the next air was costing them 60. Anyway, sorry, that was a side note. So the flyers, why do we need flyers? So let's say I am dropping them off at an attorney or anywhere you're going to be marketing your business in person. You show them a flyer. You give them a flyer. I keep looking because I'm trying to remember where I put mine. Y'all know I can't see that because I got this hot. I got no I'm just honest, right? Um, I can show you my resume because I have a copy of that. It's not particularly a flyer. Where is it? Where is it? So I'm gonna keep these in my notary bag. I need to update them because I need to update my E&O insurance information. Oh, I just redid it. And it's in black and white, so I did not grab a color one, and I'm not about to dig for it. But here's kind of one. This is an ugly one. This is my notary resume, and on here is all things about Cordero, which I need to redo this and make it so that it's not about me, but it's about how I can serve them, how I make their business better. That's what I need to update this for. But on this one again, it's all the organizations I'm a part of, all my E&O insurance. I mean, like how much E&O I have. I'm mobile, COVID safe practices, blah, 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 blah. Big section about me. I made it in Canva. My contact information beneath that. And then over here, oh, this is the affiliations. All the organizations I'm a part of, the NNA, Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce. It said membership pending because I started it and I never finished it because I did not give them that check for $500. So it never got finished. So I didn't update that. I was a member of BNI when I created. Ooh, it's been a minute. I was going to be joining a BNI chapter. That's why. Again, that's another $500, $600 for technical capabilities. Like, hey, I can print on legal and letter-sized paper. I can receive documents via email, secure email. I have portable Wi-Fi, and I have the ability to. I have a mobile scanner, so I can scan like on the job. Because there's the thing, attorneys. I have been booked literally by an attorney, pay me $50, literally just to go to a client's house and scan documents and securely email them to the attorney and the client, and then I left. So I have done that before. So I let them know all the things that I can, right? And then I talk about the trainings that I've had, only the important stuff that's relevant to who I'm marketing to, right? Most of these are built for attorneys, so I put stuff that's important to their space. And then what else? On the bottom, I said 300 plus lifetime notarizations. This is old. I need to update this. Oh yeah, this is when I had my office. So this is like almost 2 years old at this point. Well, a year and a half old. So 300 plus lifetime notarization. Yeah, 2 years of notary experience. I'm in my fourth year at this point. And yeah. So anyway, so that's why we use those to market to people in person. Just let them know what we can do, how we can help. Again, don't make the mistake I made because again, that was when I was like in my second year. Don't talk about yourself. Talk about how you can help their business. That's what I see so many of us make, obviously myself included, those mistakes that we only talk about us. No one gives a crap about us. How can you, Mr. Mrs. Notary or Miss Notary, um, make my business better? How can you make my life easier? So that's how we start talking with our marketing. So when these signing services say seller buyer signings, just define them correct. Yes, Ashra, I think that's how you say it, or Ashira. Yes, legally we're supposed to be declining. Well, hold on, caveat. before you decline, somebody's gonna accept it. Let's just be for real. Not everybody that has this kind of information, not everybody's following the law. Before you decline, what I would do is because you go, oh, now I can't breathe. Um, where's the breath? The breathing stick. doTERRA breathing vapor stick. Y'all probably think I'm crazy. But look, I still have some gunk to get out of my chest. This is Vaporub. Vaporub. Before you would decline, this is what I would do. This is if I was still on the platforms. To be clear, I am no longer on the platforms. I removed myself, not because of the new ruling, because I got fed up with it, right? I can go make $75 in 20 minutes versus having to receive docs, print docs, coordinate, scan docs, then wait for you to tell me to drop. That's like 2 hours, maybe three, depending on traffic, for the same 75. I can hop. I was in and out of that hospital stay in 30 minutes. I didn't even have people parking. I was rushing too. Like not the client, but me. I was like, "Woo, let's hurry up, get out of here, so I'm gonna pay for parking." I'm cheap. Parking's only $3. It ain't gonna kill me. Um, but it's like I made that same $75 in that same amount of time. It took me 8 minutes to drive there, 15 to drive back home because I got stuck in traffic on the way home, right? So I'm under an hour for that same 75 that takes me 3 hours to make. I digress. So with the seller buyer signings, when we get them, because there's a comment section, right? You can either say on SnapDocs, there's a you select the answer and then you say why or the alternative or whatever it is. On signing order, there is, I believe, there's a yeah, you can accept, decline, or message. I would either way it goes, I would say, hey, I would be happy to assist with this, but according to Georgia's new laws, 2025 notary laws, can you inform me of who the attorney is that's associated with this closing, with this seller package, with this buyer package, with this refi? Like, who is the attorney? There's not going to be one because they don't know. And if they do know, they're just going to break the law. They don't care. I know for a fact that there is one signing service company. They will not send out, they know Georgia very well. They stay up on the laws. I commend them for that. Not many will do that. They will not send out a signing, real estate related, without an attorney being attached to it. So we can have that direct supervision of an attorney. They will not do it. And I would love to get with that company and be able to market them and talk about their service. Well, I mean, their signing service. I would love to be able to push them in the state of Georgia. I just need to get clearance first and make sure that we're on the same page. And again, since I will be talking about them, I kind of want them to give me their marketing material, right? But they are amazing. I have worked with them. I've just never done real estate related stuff with them because they know not to call me. I do estate planning with them. I do deed signings with them. Like whatever I've done witnessing for them, right? They just know that when it comes to real estate, send it to someone else because I'm not going to accept it. And that's just me. That was a decision I made for my business. Because if I'm doing an estate plan, like of course they got to keep a cut, but they gonna give me like if I'm charging for myself is 150, 175, they're paying me 125. I'm losing $25, but I ain't have to do nothing. I ain't have to coordinate. I just got to show up, right? I show up, flip those pages, show up, flip that, So I'm happy to take 125. I didn't have to go out and market for that business. I'm okay with that. Actually, just if you don't want to take it or don't answer. Yep. Thank you guys for having my back. Because y'all know I talk a lot. I've been a notary since 2005 and a signing agent and field inspector since 2016. Hey, Notary Nuptials, where are you? Where are you located? Where are you located? Oh, the thing jumped on me. Got it. Where did you get your journal? Oh, you guys already answered that off Amazon. You are welcome, Miss Kanisha. Name of your journal on Amazon. Marion Morton, did somebody answer? Yes. It is the Integrity Notary Journal. Integrity Notary Journal. There's the paperback and there's the hardback. The paperback is like $17. Oh my gosh, I need to drink more water to get rid of these hiccups. The paper, this paperback last time I checked was like $17. Um, There's a lot of pages in there, and here's the tip. I can't open it and show you because client's information is on that page. What I do is I open my journal and I count halfway through because there's some like intro pages and there's like back pages, blah blah. But I make sure I'm halfway through the journal, and on the side, I literally write a note to myself that says, "You're halfway through. Congratulations. Think about ordering a journal." Right? And in the first couple of years, it took me a long time to get halfway through, a long time. Um, and then when I'm like, okay, so that's halfway through, and then the next part, when I get halfway through the second half, right? So when I'm, what is that, 3/4 of the way through? Yeah, 3/4 of the way through, a little bit more. I will write order a journal now because I'm running out. Because just like now, I'm like, oh, I got like 20 left. I got 25 left. They happen like this. Like when you start marketing your business, those 25 fly by. And I'm like, oh crap, can I make it to the end of the week? Right. And I don't have a backup journal because if I use a backup journal, that's the one that I try to use fully, or I retired it early because I don't like them. The only reason they're backup journals is because I bought them and I don't like them. I gave my backup journals away as gifts to other notaries, and I just gave my last one to my other half because he's a commissioned notary now and he helps with my business. As you guys saw, I got double booked and I can't take them both. So I'm going to have him we're going to split. He's going to be the main notary on one. We already have the witnesses coordinated for that. And again, I will be the main notary on the second one over in Dunwoody. I need two witnesses at 11 a.m. I will get the exact address. I don't know. It's a brand new attorney I've never. No, I have FedEx and UPS envelopes on hand. Exactly. Uh, notary, no, yes, laugh out loud. I'm a new notary. Anastasia says she's a new notary. Do we have to make copies of everything we notarize? No. No. We don't have to, and that's a very good question, Miss Anastasia, because I think a lot of people get confused. But when we are notarizing things, we don't have to make copies of it. That is not our duty, unless we are being paid to scan a digital copy. That's what I'm assuming you're speaking of, right? Like scan it in, unless we're being paid and as part of the job request, we do not have to do that. And one thing, good practice, depending on what it is. If I'm like, I work with a lot of attorneys, right? Their offices could be near me. Some of their offices are 2, 3, 4 hours away, and we execute the documents from the client. This is not real estate related, right? We execute those documents, and they're like, "Oh, just mail them to me." I personally, because of the real estate space, I will scan a copy of those, and I will save them on my computer until they arrive safely, and also not or and until I've been paid. A lot of people are like, oh, they received them, go ahead and delete it. No, they're secure. My computer locks when it goes to sleep. Can't nobody get to it. Um, I do not delete those documents until I get paid. I don't care what nobody sees because I need proof that I did it. You know how many people, how many companies have tried to jip me? And they're like, oh, we can't find it. I'm like, bullshit, you can't. Let me tell you. This is what it was. This is the amount of stamps I did. This is the exact. Obviously, I have like some of that stuff in my notary journal, but I'm like on page 12, the client hand skipped and they kind of messed up their signature. That they lined through it. We re-signed it, and initially I signed them documents. I notarized them. You better run me my coin, right? And so I've gotten in a practice that if I'm mailing anything off, I don't have to worry about that now because the clients I choose to work with are very upstanding. The only time that I have that issue is when random companies find me on Google. I ain't gonna lie, it's these unclaimed property people. So now I make them pay in advance. One lady, we've been talking back and forth for hours. And I'm like, I appreciate you reaching out to me. I will be happy to take care of your client, but here's the link. When you go to my website, I gave her the exact payment link. I need you to book the general notary, and then also I click on add-on services and click on printing, like book printing, and that will be your $50 total for that appointment because they prepaid for it. You cannot get around prepaying for it. When that comes through and that money is in my processor, I will confirm with the client, your client, I will confirm with them, and I will keep you up to date. And the good thing about it, since you prepaid, you get notifications that the appointment has been confirmed with the signer. You get the time of the appointment. you get I have to physically click a button, but then it'll notify them like, hey, the appointment's done. You know how signer services treat people? I'm modeling my system for my clients the same way. Why? Because it works. I didn't I talked about that before. I just mentioned it to you guys for the first time. I'm modeling my system around that exact same thing. It's just not as automated because it relies too much on me, right? I need to fix that. You'll get an update when it's done, and then you will get tracking when those packages, when you get scan a copy, and then you will get tracking when those documents are on their way to you. You get all of them. Because in those situations, I do control like the shipping label. If I can't hand deliver it, I will create the shipping label because again, it costs me $12. I can charge them 25. It's an upcharge, right? Or 20. So that's why I control all of that because if they create the label, if they automatically pay in $30. Anyway, sorry, let's keep on going. Did I answer the question? Did I answer the question? A new notary, do we have to make copies of everything? No, you don't have to make copies of everything. I just told you my best practice. When I have to send documents off, I will make a digital copy. And many times, the attorney or whoever the receiving party is, they will say, hey, do you by chance have an electronic copy of those documents because they've been delayed, right? We just need to look at something to make sure that we can put it in there so we can move to the next step. I'm like, absolutely. Here you go. That estate plan, here's all 150 pages. They never asked for it. Well, with my attorneys, I send it to them anyway. But this is another level, and I'm probably being too extra. I need to get through these questions. I will lock those documents, and I tell them in a separate, a different email what the code is, and I tell them they need to download it to their own devices, their own work computers, their professional computers, whatever they use, because that shared link will expire in 48 hours. Um, it won't. But I can go in and change the password to be a different password than they lose access, right? I can do that. But I make it seem urgent. I make it seem important so they get it so I can get rid of it, right? I get rid of it. Thank you for answering my question. Oh my gosh. Let me get through the rest of these questions. I'm a new notary. Do we have to make copies? Okay, got that. Anastasia, want to return the title company. Notary numbers, thank you. So I should get a copy printer before I start notarizing. No, Anastasia, you do not have to. Let me stop answering that question. Where are you located? If you're out here with me in Georgia, that's going to be something you don't really have to worry about because a lot of times I'm just at the stage in my business where I do upsell these things, right? I do upsell printing and scanning and services because I had that mobile scanner. It's 300. It was $300 at the time I purchased it. Georgia said my behind cannot do loan signing. Can never do loan signing, but they tell me my behind I cannot do that all willy nilly. I'm gonna go to jail. I need to make money off of this $300 paperweight. So I upsell those services, right? And it's not like, hey, my service is 75, and then for an extra 25, I will scan these and ship it for you. I'm like, no, it's going to be 120, 100 bucks, 115, whatever it is, and that 115 includes this. If they want a cheaper rate, then we can negotiate, right? It's like, okay, cool. I will notarize it. I will leave it with the client. The client is responsible for getting you the document. But if you just pay that 25 bucks extra, you get a scanned copy, and I'll drop it off in the mail, and it'll be on the way to you same day. Worst case scenario, the following day, if we execute the documents after UPS closes, because I do not use a Dropbox. I physically hand it to the person. So, Anastasia, I don't know if you stated it earlier. If you're in Georgia with me in the beginning, no, you do not need a copier printer first. But if you're in a different state where you can do loan signings, then yes, you may need that, right? So I don't want to give conflicting information, right? So Anastasia, I should have asked where you were before I started answering those questions. Miss Angelica says, I know you in Georgia with me. Do we need to be on a platform? Your question got cut off. Where's the rest of them? Let me go back up. Do we need to be on a platform? B. No. Because the platforms traditionally, signing order, SnapDocs is all real estate related. I saw another question. You want to know how do you know if it's estate or real estate related? Those two different things, right? So, do we need to on a platform? No, we're in the state of Georgia. The signing order snapdown traditionally is for real estate closings. Again, our behind don't get in trouble unless we are the direct supervision of an attorney doing that. However, the platforms are moving more towards general notary work, estate planning work, deed signing, so we can still do that. And it's because of the industry is changing, the economy is changing. So those their business owners as well, they have to start going marketing for different type of business now, right? They're making Google business profiles and saying, hey, we service all 50 states. Hey, you need a notary in Georgia? I don't care. I'm in Arizona. I will get you a notary in Georgia. And they will send the request out because the client will upload the documents. They'll send the request out and you will show up. And I ain't gonna lie, they'll be like $30. And you'll show up to notarize um, a rant like a piece of paper. The client literally could have just found you on Google. My rates are 45. I don't know what the signing service charged them, but I'm being paid 30, so I know they got to keep a cut. So they probably charged them 75 for that one piece of paper that I would have charged 45 for. That's business, right? So you need to be on the platforms. But what a lot of the individuals and companies on the platform look for is that your loan sign, like you're an illicit loan signing or notary signing agent certified, which in Georgia, it's a waste of money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Again, take what I say with a grain of salt. You can run your business however you want to, right? I know a notary buddy of mine literally paid for the course, went through it, a couple $100, I believe, and I was then they found me and I was like, I am so sorry. You went through it. You can legally take those signings if you want to recoup your money, but you can go ahead and put it on the shelf. Whatever marketing you learn from that, let's tweak it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was the hardest part for me with the loan signing trainings. I took multiple. One, $1,700. Another one, $600. And third one, I think it was one 97. So when I say I paid for it, I paid for them, and I wasn't paying cheap trainings. I paid for them to learn. And then when I was slapped with the realization that I can't do this fully legally, it throttled how I marketed for it, right? Because I'm from the real estate space. Like that's where I got my start in business. I did real estate, dibble dabble, fix and flips, rentals, vacation rentals, short term rentals, Airbnb, mid stay rentals, catering to nurses, catering to hospitals for like that was my business for a decade, right? Not all the way through, but like different phases of that. And so I was super excited to become a notary because I speak real estate. That's why people are like, why are you taking these courses? You know this. I'm like, I don't know what I don't know. So I'm going to keep on taking them until, anyway, long story short, I got slapped with the real truth. And since I talk about it so much and I'm public facing, I can't tell y'all to break the law. Right? I can't do it. I just can't. It doesn't sit right with me. I played in that gray area, and I was like, as soon as they fix the language and they crack down on it, I will stop. I have no problem stopping. I will lose a chunk of income. I knew that was going to be my path eventually, and so I started marketing and making up for it. I kept pushing and like marketing and trying to get other type of business until I was literally I was almost stated until I was assisting with real estate transactions 3 to 5 times a month, not 3 to 5 times a week. You see, I had to move the way I was doing business because I knew the crackdown was coming. And I, for whatever reason, I am the universe's target of making an example, whether it's a good example or a negative one. The universe likes to make me an example. So I ain't playing. Sorry, let me keep on going. Um, Notary Nachos in Arizona. Let us connect because I need more Arizona notaries that I can refer to. Sorry, I couldn't tell. But did your flyer have your pricing, or is that something you should not be including? This is a hot topic. It's a hot topic. People get mad at me for saying it. But in my mind, that one didn't because that wasn't a flyer, that was a resume, and so my prices aren't on there. But all my marketing stuff, absolutely, I got my prices on it because this is why, and it's a starting end. It's not a final price. It's a starting end. I need the client automatically to know this is me. Again, I've been in different types of businesses. The other business I was in, the real estate space, the lowest thing that I could sell you or a service that could be provided was $2,000. The next level was seven. The next after that was $25,000. And after that, you were buying a house from me. Well, not from me, from my company, right? You were purchasing a $250,000 house. That's why I have no problems. And then maybe I don't say that enough, but that's why I have no problems putting $45 on a piece of paper, putting $125 service on a piece of paper, because my most expensive service does not come to the cheapest service I used to say or provide, right? So that's why I personally do it. Um, and a lot of people are like, no, because you have to sell the value. I'm like, look, we're in a need. Yes, we are convenience. Don't get that wrong. But nobody's Googling notary near me or notary services just for the hell of it, right? They we already passed like this and sometimes it's hard, but a lot of marketing aspects of it is easier. I don't have to convince people they need the service. I have to convince them they need me. The service is the service costs, period. Like my $45 fee is the fee that my company has set. And that's for general notary work within 10 miles. It's $45. If we stamp in 10, if there's 10 notarizations, it's $45. If there's one notarization, it's $45. Again, I don't charge per notarization. The rest of the notarization is only $2, right? Because one, you get charged $2 for notarization, and if it's 45, that means 43 other dollars was for travel and convenience. If we got 10 notarizations, you get charged $20, and the other 25 was travel and convenience. That's how my business works. Um, so that's the price. The price is the price. A lot of times I have to sell them on me, not the service. They already know they need a notary. They're calling me. They didn't go to FedEx. They didn't go to UPS. They know they need a mobile notary. So again, really quickly, I'm selling me. When that comes, I don't talk about how knowledgeable I am. I ask them questions. My questions may prompt their questions. My answers dictate how knowledgeable I am. Right? I did have somebody, maybe this person called, if you guys are in Gwinnett County, maybe the person from today called you because he called me. I told him what my rates were. He was like, whoa, that's expensive. He was like, I will call around a few other people. And I respect that. I'm like, fantastic. You'll have my number. Call me back if you need me. Right? Call me back if you need me. He asked a few questions. I answered them, and he still decided to go on. That's fine. Guess who called me back? Because I'm like, I guarantee you, you called one, two, three other notaries. They didn't answer, or if they did, their price just to show up was 150 for all the additional add-ons that you need. I know. I know that I'm a lower price notary in the market because I can afford to do that, right? I can afford to do that. And it's fair. And it's right on my website. It's right on my marketing material. You need me to come to the hospital. I quote them 75 for the hospital call, and that's a 45 minutes to an hour long appointment. I definitely need to raise that. I know I need to raise it. Don't yell at me. But I feel that's fair. That's fair for me. You need witnesses. The first witness is 25. Even though I billed them 30, the first one is 25 because it's my other half. If I have to bring an outside witness in, it's 30, $35. Because I can't, I just turn over to him and say, hey, can you come with me tomorrow? Done. Other people, I gotta make phone calls, I gotta do texts. I'm like, you gotta pay me extra for that. And most of the time, I just pass it straight over to them. If I say, hey, it's $30 and I charge a client 35, I will keep an extra 35 for all that additional work. And a lot of times, here's my secret: if you guys will come with me to my appointments at the hospital, even if I charge a client 35 for the witness, and I pay the witness only 30, I'm paying my witness parking fees. Parking is going to be $3. I pay for their parking. I pay for my parking. That's $6 total. I only have to contribute $1 because the client paid me an extra five. So it's not like I make the money. I just make sure I don't have to pay the money. Does that make sense? Um, because any of you guys who've been witnessing for me at the top beginning of this year at hospitals, as soon as we hit that, you got to be paid for parking. I pay for your parking because the client, I charge the client enough to pay for that parking. So yeah, sorry, that was a very long rant, but yes, Miss Shay or Michelle, I do put it on my stuff because I have no problems. It's on my website. If you ever have a question about I charge, go to my website, genmobilenotary.com. At the very top right, there's a schedule appointment or something like that. It's a schedule. It's different. It takes you to a different scheduling thing. Still within my website, just a different page, and you can see all the services I offer are broken down. I got to get rid of the real estate one. I still haven't gotten to it yet. But you can click on it, you can book, you can like add because you can do add-ons, you can add on multiple different services. You can create your own little package bundle, and it will tell you exactly what the amount is. Um, so yeah, you can do all of that. And I have clients that do it. That's just why people just show up on my calendar. By the way, I love the way you explain the life of apostilles. You're amazing. Oh, thank you, Candy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, if y'all don't know what she's talking about in the Notary Buddy community, I do have a apostille training. Is absolutely free. The only way you get access to it, though, you got to do something for me. You got to join the Notary Buddy. Like you can't even go to my website and access it anymore. The only way you get access is if you join the community. Long as I log into everything, oh, Anastasia, long as I log in everything in a logbook. Yes, the state of Georgia, Anastasia, I don't think you told me where you were, or I just didn't pay attention. In the state of Georgia, we have a caveat on when we're supposed to use a notary journal, and it is technically only when people are doing self filings. They're called their term self filers, and it is related to the real estate space. It also covers a little bit more than real estate, but for the majority of us, it's going to be related to the real estate space. So if somebody calls you and say, "Hey, I need a quick clean deed done," right? Or I just have a deed I need to have notarized. I did everything else with the attorney. We need to update the deed, and they send me the deed. We need that notarized. In those cases, well, that's a lie. If they did everything with the attorney, you do not have to put them in your journal. It's so dumb. But if they're a regular Joe Schmo and said, "Hey, I just need to change this," is there an attorney involved? Is there a professional involved? A real estate professional? No, I just need it done. Then they go in your journal. But if they're working with any type of professional, that's somebody at the county, like hey, not just like hey, the county person gave me advice. No, they're a client of an attorney, a client of a mortgage company, lender, any of those professional people, even insurance agents, they made the list. If they're working with any of them, then we technically don't have to put them in our journal because they're not considered self-filing. There's somebody who works in that profession that's going to file all their documents for them. It is the dumbest thing ever, but that's what Georgia says. So from day one, I just put everything in my journal, everything, everything. Um, Notary Nuptials says here in Arizona we need to make 2 copies. Are we talking about like scanning documents like after you execute them? Like what? Because you guys are confusing me when you say copies. Because I'm old school, right? When you say copies, I'm talking like put the paper on the machine and press the button, and it spits out a copy. Y'all confusing me. In the state of Georgia, no, we don't have to do that. So clarify for what you guys are talking about. Miss Angelica says, dang it, it jumped. Let me get you. There it is. How I know if real estate related, someone send me a text, can I do 3 affidavit with scan bags? I would ask them. I would just, I can tell you an answer, but I would just ask them, like, hey, is this related to real estate? Right? Um, just ask them. That's the easiest way. But yeah, and just let them. And if they let you know, like, yeah, and if they say yes, it is. Well, I can't even say it anymore because it doesn't matter. Just ask them. Just ask them. It's like, hey, is this related to real estate? And they'll let you know. Hope I can fight my demons and go out there and make it happen. Look, Candy, you got it. You got this. Show up, right? You listen to lives. You take action on the information that you learned. And all you can do is just keep on going. Were you here earlier when I talked about you create success with skills, you sustain success with traits, like character traits, and then you grow success with beliefs. As long as we follow those, we're going to be good, right? We're going to be good. A lot of people get stuck. Some people get stuck on the skills part. Like y'all good. Stop paying for trainings. Y'all good. Unless you're brand spanking new, or unless you're paying for training to get like reacquainted because you took it and you put it on the shelf and now you need to take it back down and get reacquainted with it. Great. A lot of us get stuck on that second stage. Me especially, to sustain our success with character traits. I gotta build up the character traits that I need to first sustain, right? And then after you start sustaining, then you can grow, and that's with belief. Um, Arizona, Notre Nuptials, we do loan signings here, so many answers will be for my got it. That's why I love. That's why I say I need somebody in Arizona that I can trust and relate people to. Yes, I have a few other notaries, but if you know what you're talking about, look, I'm be like, look, y'all need to go talk to Notary Nuptials. You in Arizona. Don't be taking my Georgia answers for for as truth. You need to take your own state's answer. Miss Angelica says, what are the main docs you notarize that are general notary work? I love this question. Any and everything. Any and everything. I know that's a cop out answer, but people will call you and say, hey, I have the school form. We're in Georgia, right? I have the school form for my kid. Um, I need this not, I called this morning. Like, hey, I need documents notarized for my kid's daycare, for my child's daycare, general notary. Um, I have, what is this? Oh, this is regular piece of paper. Um, I printed this off online. I need to submit it for my boss to my work. I need a notary on it. Can you notarize it for me? General notary. Um, so, to be honest with you, a lot of these terms are made up. So, general notary work, that's I don't know if that, I can't even say the word. Don't correct me. That's the realm of general notary work, right? But then we in the industry gave the terms, oh, loan signings. Loan signing is nothing to a real estate professional. It's a real estate closing. That's what it is. We call it loan signings, right? So that's how you can tell. Like if it's general real estate, then that's loan signings for everybody else that's out there, right? If people just need general things notarized, it's in the name. It's general notary work. It's not a specialized knowledge outside of being a damn good notary that you need to complete this. And I think that's why loan signing broke off because to successfully complete a loan signing, you do need some specialized knowledge. And then we have specialty notary work. What does that mean? Again, another completely made up term so people can sell y'all. That's what it is. It just sounds good. It really does. Specialty notary work is, again, what do you need to do that's not fall in the state of real estate, right? It does not fall in the realm of real estate, but it does require some specialized knowledge to successfully complete it. Think estate planning. One of our notary buddies said earlier, she did her first estate plan notarization. She was super nervous, but she got through it. When it comes down to it, it's just being a notary. It really is. It's personal appearance, verifying their identity. Are they willingly signing? You sign, you notarize. Still the same basis. The only difference is, hey, you may be required to receive the documents, print the documents. I'm not talking about real estate, right? Coordinate with the signer, the client to get it all done. Uh, you are going to be responsible for saying, hey, not explaining, but saying it sounds a lot like loan signing, doesn't it? Estate planning. You are going to be the one saying, hey, this document we're looking at right now is going to be your living will. You already talked to your attorney about it. If you want to, you can definitely read through it, preview, like browse through it to make sure that all your wishes are in there. What did I explain? Absolutely nothing. I know other trainers out there saying, hey, you need to explain, you need to point out these things. No, I don't. I'm not an attorney. I don't. I'm being paid to notarize and to turn in these damn documents. And that's why I'm being paid. Like, I'm going out to notarize this. If the client calls me to do this, it's $100. You want me to receive it, print it, scan it, and send it back to you? That's also couriering these documents, right? Because that increases my time. So therefore, it's 175. Like I'm not getting paid to act as a paralegal. I'm not going through these legal documents. Um, the Only exception for me and my business is when I get to like the power of attorney sections, the advanced healthcare sections, because I will point out stuff on there. I will. And I'll say, hey, Mrs. Jones, here's your financial power of attorney, statutory, uh, what's the other word? It starts with a D. I can't think of it right now. Whatever, here's your financial power of attorney. I say what the document says. I don't rename it. Durable. Here's your durable power of attorney. Here's your statutory power of attorney. Whatever one's in there ain't none of my business. There is a difference between the two. One's legal in Georgia and one's not. Ain't my business. Um, and on this document, you have listed for your uh, primary agent, John Smith, your husband. Secondary agent, your daughter, Emily Smith. Third agent, if there's a third, this next person, Jacob Smith. And it says your son. Is that what you agreed on? Or I don't even say is that, it's like, does that sound familiar of what you agree with the attorney? They tell me yes, I turn that page. I let them go through their document, and I was like, hey, you and the attorney have already talked about this. 9 times out of 10, the attorney literally has an X by where they need to initial. I don't explain nothing. I get paid more to do that than I do for loan signings, and I do less work because I stay within my legal bounds because the attorney has already done this stuff. The problem is when they find it and they do a DIY, they go to the website. I'm not gonna name them. They go to the websites. They find their own power attorneys. They find their own last will and testament. They do all their own stuff, and then they fill in the blanks. And they got questions for me. I'm like, I can't answer that. Like legally, I would be happy to connect you with an attorney, but guess what I'm doing? Hey, this is your last will and testament. You went online and filled this out. Um, would you like to preview it before you sign? They already know what's in there. Did you already read this? Oh, and on the phone, I'm like, hey, it would be very beneficial if you read through all your documents before I write, because they did it themselves. And they do that. That was today's appointment. I said, hey, I'll be there. Initially, it was going to be way earlier. I was like, I'll be there at 5:30. I want to give you time to read through it with like you and your mother. Read through everything with you and mom. Go through all of it. By the time I got there at 5:30, they were barely finished reading those documents. 5:45. They gave them a little bit extra time. They were barely finished reading those documents. I'm like, great. Mom, I know you guys just went over it. On the power of attorney, you have this person listed, and then you have this person listed as a backup. Is that correct? Yes, that's what we agreed upon. That's why I want to be there. Perfect. Go ahead and sign these documents. Thank you. Let me notarize it. It's the thing in the state of Georgia, in multiple states, not all of these need to be notarized. So I always ask them. I'm getting too off our topic. I say, hey, can you look at the documents because it depends on who drafted them or where you got them. They may not all need to be notarized. Because I've had many clients like, oh, I need a notary. And I was like, and they tell me, and they're like, man, that's expensive. I'm like, hey, do me a favor. Let's flip to approximately page 7, page 8 of the document. What do you see there? And it literally says, this form does not need to be notarized. I just saved you 75 bucks. You can get it notarized, but my notarization does not make it legal. Any notarization does not make a document legal. It is literally, what is it? I verified they personally appeared. I verified their identity. They willingly signed. I notarized. I signed. I notarized. Where in that notarial duty does it say our stamp made anything legal? It does not. All I did was you appear before me. I checked your ID. You willingly signed. I signed. I stamped it. That's it. If you want to pay me $75 on a power of attorney and a will and blah 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 to do that, I am there for you. But on that form, the one that you have says does not require notarization. But a lot of times they want it notarized anyway, just because they feel it makes it legal. I explained to them it doesn't, and if they still want to go through with it, I was like, hey, if you guys go ahead and talk about everything before I get there, don't initial, don't sign anything until I get there. If I can be in and out in 20 minutes, I will charge $45 because then I don't have to pay for parking. They've already discussed everything. And I said, hey, there's going to be a section where mom, dad, grandpa, whoever needs to initial. You guys read that carefully and make a decision on what's going to be initial before I get there. I show up, I Wi-Fi, and I was like, perfect. What are we initialing? You guys already talked about it, correct? Here's a clipboard. Make it easy for you. The initial, turn the page, I sign, notarize, click it, and stamp it. I will put a gold seal on it just for the fun of it. Um, and since there is no notarial verbiage on there, I include my notarial blah blah blah, all the things you want to grant, you want an acknowledgement. They tell me, I put it on there, collect my $45. 18 minutes later, I'm walking up out of there. That is the only time I will give an extreme discount in my business because they don't need it, but they want it. And I told them it does not make it legal, but they still want it. I'm like, cool. But if I got to be there and we got to do the whole thing, you paying me 75 to start. My website says 85. Let me stop talking so much. Did I miss response? Okay, I didn't miss your response. And touche, got it. Touche. You told me that 100 times already. I need to remember. Makes total sense. Let's go ahead and get up off this. Um, so you bring two witnesses. We just used one and the notary. Yes, Miss Arizona notary, notary nuptials in the state of Georgia. It's illegal for us to act as a witness and a notary. Does not matter what the document is. A lot of out of state companies, whether they're doing letter signing services or just other businesses that are familiar with the notary space, they always say, hey, that's not correct. I'm like, it is correct. Or they say you can act as a witness as long as you're not notarizing your own signature. Still not true in Georgia. It does not matter. Our notary law says we cannot do it in any form of fashion. So that's why it does cost a little extra because I got to coordinate with two additional people. In what instance do we have witnesses? Miss Angelica, we definitely want to have a conversation. The instance that we have witnesses, I'll make it super easy for you. On the signature page, if it says witness one, witness two, notary. That's the only time we have witness. Or it may say witness, there may only be one witness, and then notary, right? That's when we provide witnesses. It's never up to us to tell the client that they need witnesses. Or when they need witnesses. The only case we can't even do it anymore, so I hesitate to even mention it. I don't want to confuse y'all, my Georgia notary buddies. The only case, the only scenario that we tell someone that they need witnesses is if we're using a credible witness route. Like, oh, you don't have an ID, you cannot get one in a timely manner before our appointment. Not that you just left it, but you actually lost it, or it's a senior citizen. That's the most cases where I didn't have IDs or signers didn't have IDs for my elderly clients. It's like, perfect. You don't have that. I don't know you. So I need you to have two people with IDs that do know you there. Then I tell them they need two witnesses, right? But Georgia cut that. We can't even do that anymore. So now, off the top of my head, there's absolutely no situation in the state of Georgia that I will tell my clients they need a witness. None. They have to tell me. And this is how I do it. I was like, hey, would you mind? Do you have the documents on you, like on my phone call? I should do that because I haven't done it in a while. I'll save that for Thursday. I will do a mock phone call with you guys, and during that process, I ask them, hey, do you have access to documents? They'll say, yep, they're on my phone, or I have them right here. Would you mind flipping to the signature pages? Awesome. Um, apart from mom signing and apart from me notarizing, because it will say signature for the person and then notary. Um, are there any other spaces? And maybe something that says signature witness or unofficial witness. It may be something like that. Do you see that on there? And if they say yes, cool. How many? Two? We need two witnesses. Here are the rules for witnesses. They can't do this. They can't blah, blah. They can't benefit from it. Um, all this kind of stuff. Whatever your state rules are for witnesses. I was like, are you able to have those individuals meet us for the appointment? Yes, great, fantastic. Here's the rate for me just show up as a notary. This does include all notarizations, all stamps, all seals, whatever you want to say. And this also does include the convenience and travel, or the travel, the mileage, whatever you can say legally in your state, right? So that's how I run my business. They're like, nope, I need you to supply witnesses. I'm like, perfect. Um, are you able to at least provide one? If you can provide one, I can keep it very cost effective for you. This is my spiel. They're like, yeah, I can. Of okay, as long as that person meets all the things I told you that the witness has to be, right? Then for me, here's my rate, and then the witness is I do have to pay this individual to come out and meet with us, right? I do have to take care and pay them for their time, and it will be $25 because I just bring my other half. If it's a second witness, I already said it, it's 30. If it's a third witness, which is very rare, it's 35. It keeps going up $5 every time we need more people. I've only ever had three witnesses. That was the rarest case ever. And so I got to charge more money because it costs me more to do that. Okay. Notary nuptials, yes, we make two copies and mail for real estate. Oh, okay, real estate stuff. Good to know. See, that's interesting. Every time a copy to leave with a client. Sorry, I was off. My brain was off. Dang it, it jumped. Yes, you make two copies. Notary nuptials, thank you so much. Of course, Candy's laughing at me. I must say something. And make sure there's no blank spaces, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Candy. There's so much to talk about. See why we can't just do and I keep you not as much as I've been talking, there's still 90% of notary stuff that I'm not able to cover in this hour, 2 hour long Zoom live. Um, make sure there are no blank spaces. Candy did say that. Remember, I said we have our core five, and there's things inside of those core fives. One of the things inside of those core fives is, as a notary, all 50 states, all 50 states. I can't say Puerto Rico because that's a territory, or Guam. I don't know about them. All 50 states, 50 or 52, 50, right? We got 50. Um, as a notary, we are required to see, fight with me on this because I've had notary buddies fight with me. But guess what? I don't get paid for you to disagree with me. So whatever. If we are handed a document and we are given the documents that we have in our physical hand to notarize, that we are given, if it says 4 of 7, 5 of 7, 6 of 7, because that's where the signature is, the witness, and the notary blocks. Take care of those 3 pages. I don't care if it's an attorney. I have had an attorney not um, they did use it again, but they were not so much happy about it. I was like, this is 3, 4, and 5, whatever I told y'all, 4, 5, and 6, 7 of each. I need the rest of those pages. Again, is a lot of people find is like, well, as a notary, is none of our business was on there? Absolutely correct. It's not. None of our business was on there. I need to make sure that I'm not notarizing documents because as soon as it's notarized, they can write in whatever they want to. It is part of our notarial duties to address, not fill in, not guide, not tell them. It is, I mean, I guess address is probably not the right word to say. It's part of our responsibilities to request that our clients address any blank spots in those documents that I'm notarizing. And of course, if it's a document that does not require notarization and they're asking me to notarize it anyway, they got to fill it out. And this happens a lot with the Advanced Healthcare Directive. I think these documents don't need to be notarized. There's a witness on there, right? And so, because a lot of people is like, when it comes to those, because they ask like at the end of life, do you want to be put on tubes? Do you want to be feeding tubes? Do you want to pass naturally? Do you want the Hail Mary and like CPR until like you're pulverized to be brought back to life? Like those are deep questions. Like, how do you want to be buried? Do you want to be cremated? Right? So a lot of people like, oh, so I told them review the damn documents before I get there because y'all should have had this conversation. You should not be having this conversation for the first time in front of me as a notary. But anyway, it does happen. If people are having those conversations, I'm like, hey, look, this document does not need to be notarized because depends on the form that they give you. It depends on where they get it from, right? So I was like, hey, this particular set of documents does not require notarization. So if you want to take this home and think about it later, right? Or they're already at home. If you guys want to think about this later, go ahead and do so. But this is what I'm going to recommend. It does need to be signed by you and have someone witness. If you want, you can have your neighbor come over and just act as a witness for you. But I'm not going to notarize these documents because they are incomplete. But if you want me to notarize it, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm going to need you to hurry up and make a decision, right? And if you want to change your mind a month later, we can redo this, right? I will give you a discount because you already know that I will be in and out in 15 minutes because you already know what you want to do. Just don't sign or initial sign until I arrive. Already got your stuff. Let's go ahead and get it. Just run me that ID. Let me verify. Yep, it's still you because it's already in my notary journal. I will flip back a couple pages. Yep, that is you. The same information. I will just copy it over real quick while they're signing and filling out everything, and then they slide me those papers and I notarize it. I need them to have it filled in before I notarize it. I have seen many a notary say, you know what, make that decision later. I've been with attorneys that say make that decision later. But I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Attorney, if your documents have a notarial block for that advance healthcare directive, I'm gonna need them to make a decision. Like I said, I had an attorney that was unhappy that I did that, but I'm like, I don't care. I get in trouble by Gwinnett courts or not even Gwinnett, the Superior Court, and I'm on trial, that attorney is not going to appear for my defense, in my defense. If that judge asks me, Ladero Wharf, why did you notarize this document and it was fully blank? I can say, oh, the attorney told the client to fill it out later. I was like, you shouldn't have notarized it. And I was like, you know what, Judge, you're correct. Go ahead. Go ahead and put him in the clinker. I ain't going to jail for nobody. Um, uh, yeah, sorry, this is Miss Angelica. It's a lot, right? It is a lot of information. Here in Arizona, we can prepare. Oh, you can't do legal documents. Yep, Arizona. Who is it? Arizona. Um, I don't want to misspeak. Is it Louisiana? Louisiana, Mississippi, one of them. And Nevada. There's a few states where you guys can become legal document preparers. In Georgia, we can't. And look, we are so behind in Georgia. What are we, 2025? The most of the country, Georgia, we are probably sitting at the way we do business and the way that our rules are set up. We're probably 94, 96. I don't even think we cracked 2000 yet, right? We're so behind. $1,500 for wills and your full estate planning book. Um, Oh, because you can legally prepare it. Okay, here's what we charge: 300 for which will include document and witnesses. See, look, y'all can make some money out there. Could I probably charge $300 for notarizing and taking like the time it takes to my witnesses? I probably could, but I'm going to be honest with you. My clientele, the attorneys that I market my services to, a lot of them are solo practitioners, and they are. I'm not saying they ain't charging their clients because they really are. One like my average, the average list, the average ticket is 35. Is a big number, 35 to 5,500. So these attorneys are charging clients, right? They are. But in my market, that 150, 175, $200 is the going rate, right? That they're willing to pay. Can I charge more? Absolutely. I just need to switch up the attorneys that I work with. If I can, get into a much larger firm where, because attorneys I work with, maybe, maybe 5 to 10 a month, maybe. If I can get into a firm that does 10 a week, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I'm like, hey, instead of charging 500, I'm gonna charge you 300. Absolutely, right? It's volume, it's relative. But that's awesome that you guys can do $1,500 for wills and your full estate plan because you're not an attorney, but you can prepare legal documents. Hey, Michael, welcome back. Look, I'm still here yet. I'm about to go ahead and wrap it up though. So I get to the question that's on the screen. We use tribal witnesses at jail with the attorneys because they don't have ID. Right. Right. See, I don't think if you weren't here for my other rant that I did on Sunday or Thursday, whenever I did it, about Georgia getting rid of the credible witnesses, it is going to be a huge disservice in individuals that are incarcerated, correctional facilities, right? The elderly, individuals that are too young to have a government ID, like they don't have a passport. Kids, essentially, right? When I say kids, like 15, 16, 17. They don't have a state ID. They don't have a driver's license. Those are three right off the bat, like right off the top. Huge segments that I can no longer serve because people who don't notarize, people who are not notaries, attorneys who sit on, because that's who make our laws here in Georgia. There's a board of attorneys. They vote on everything. they're not notaries. In the state of Georgia, you don't even have to know how to notarize stuff. If you're an attorney and you pass the bar, you literally just show up to the county with your application. They swear you in, you good to go. You need to know nothing. Every attorney that I've worked with, that I've either been a witness for or their commission expired and I've seen them notarize stuff beforehand, I cannot, like in good conscience, in good faith, tell you that I've worked with a single attorney that knows what they're doing when it comes to notary work. They know what they're doing when they come to drafting those documents in their legal part. They know that. I can never question. I started school for paralegal studies, so I could handle it. So I'm like, you can do something I couldn't do, right? I was gonna eventually become a lawyer. Did not work for me. I did not do it, so I did business management instead. Um, I think that played out okay for me, right? Just a little bit. Um, but I have yet to meet a single attorney that has properly notarized stuff. Even attorneys' offices, when I leave, or at the end of it, they're like, I've never seen a notary do that before. I'm like, aren't you a notary as well? And then they work with other notaries. They're like, I love when you show up. Like literally one of them, she's like, I love when you show up. I know everything is going to be done to the exact T. There's no problems. And your professionalism makes me look even better in front of my clients. I'm like, thank you. Like, there's another notary I work with in Conyers. She's the second one. I'm getting ready to find another one. Oh, that reminds me. I keep forgetting. I need to look up where her second office is in Conyers and see which one of my notary buddies in Georgia I can send over there because she's run through two notaries. She's on her third one and she still doesn't like it. She's like, they are not you. And I'm like, I appreciate that, but you ain't getting me to drive to Conyers. Like, you got to pay me for the whole day. You got to pay me $300 minimum to come out there. Minimum. It's not that far. I just don't want to do it. I almost had to use her to witness today because the fact could not find ID in the wallet. Michael, how'd it go? Did they actually find it? Miss Angelica says, awesome. Thank you. I was getting at that. You see the form first, then you then no witnesses needed. Absolutely. Yep. They tell us exactly. Yes, we leave one with the client. Gotcha. Now we're on the same page for reductions. Yes. I don't know why my brain was skipping a beat. Yes. In the space when we were allowed to do real estate assisted real estate transactions, yes, we print two copies, right? And then we leave one with the signer and then we send one back for processing. Um, but on the other side, now it clicked. And look, I haven't even had adult happy juice this evening. My brain just slowing down. Ms. Washington, wow. I work for a public defender office here in Arizona, and I'm a legal assistant. Look, oh, let me ask you this question while I have you on here. I will say on the phone. Notary and nuptials. First of all, let me know your name so I can call you by name. But does your legal drafting of documents only, this is probably a dumb question, but remember how I say it? There are no dumb questions. The only dumb question is the one you never ask. So your legal drafting of documents is it only relevant to Arizona? Example being, if a standard power of attorney needs to be drafted, can you draft one that will be notarized in Georgia? There's no documents are crossing borders all the damn time, right? How does that work? Because if I get the favorable answer or an answer that I think, Miss Kelly, um, let me know. Maybe we probably need to connect offline because depending on your answer, then maybe an additional thing that I could, shoot your way. But if you can only like, oh, this has to be done in like recorded and blah 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 in Arizona, then I may not work for me. Because I think I asked the same question to a similar question to somebody out in Nevada, and you can. Okay, you can, but you don't like to. Got it. Because right, every state has different legal things and blah 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 blah. Because this is what I'm thinking. Or this is like a thought process. Somebody's in Arizona, they need the power of attorney done, but they happen to be in Georgia on vacation. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, hey, I can't tell you what to do, but just as I get referrals, I'm like, hey, reach out to this person. This is a legal document. This is an attorney. Um, got it. So you can do it, but you just don't like to do it. Got it, got it, got it. Can we still connect offline? Um, because y'all know I got questions. I got tons of questions. I understand what you're saying. I ain't gonna never ask anybody to do anything that's illegal or in the gray area. I ain't gonna never do that. But because it's not unheard of, I have people that are like in Arizona all the time, and they just happen to be in Georgia, right? And this is the thing. Or it's a document that requires multiple parties to sign, and they're all in different locations. Can you guys do Ron in Arizona? Let me know real quick. Can you guys do Ron? Because that'd be the thing that would in me. I'm like, look, we got two people in Georgia, one in New York, one in somewhere else, one in New Mexico. We all gonna be home in 3 months from now to get this power of attorney signed. I'm like, somebody gonna die before then. Like, not to be gruesome, but I'm like, somebody could pass before then. So the ones that are in Georgia in person, let me come and take care of them. And this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get the other two. Let me facilitate a run in a different. This the notary will be in a different state. It may not be in the state. It may not be in New York. It may not be in New Mexico. Let me get a run. The documents are already signed here in Georgia. We're gonna upload the signed documents, and then we're gonna have everybody else's signature electronically done. But I need you to see who's going to accept it. Like, where you turn these into somebody, see if they're going to accept an electronically notarized document. They should. They're supposed to. They're required to in the states. Some people just fight it. All 50 states can accept an electronically notarized document. They just are butts about it. Um, good to know. Good to know. Okay, cool. Because if I have that situation come up again, not only can I just take care of the Georgia side, and that person's like, "Hey, we need this to be like, hey, we need an attorney, blah blah blah." If they are in Arizona, because literally one of my neighbors who's like 5 minutes from me needed a document notarized, and that was the case. One of the kids were in Arizona, one's in Texas, and she was here in Georgia. And I was like, why chance 3 months from now with mom's health feeling to have everybody in the same state? Let's get this done. And then she needed a document legally drafted, and that took like 2 or 3 weeks because I sent her a couple of attorneys. She had to make sure she had the funds. I could have sent her one of the sons within Arizona. This is why I like doing these. This is why I like making connections. But anyway, you guys, I really appreciate you guys being here. Wayne, you just hopping on. I'm about to hop off because it's been a minute. Because I went alive close to on time. So we about to hit the 2 hour mark. I'm about to go ahead and shut it down. I think I should do dinner. Babe, what'd you eat for dinner? Pasta? I hope he cooks me some dinner because I need to make dinner. I'm probably gonna go fry up some breaded breaded chicken breast, uh, so I can eat myself some because I should not eat this late. Because I try to eat 2 hours before I go to sleep. I go to sleep 30 minutes ago, so I'm way off schedule. But I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. I really appreciate you being here. Normally, I do close out the night with wins. It's a little bit late. I get really loud. My dogs are sleeping. Like I told you, I rent an apartment, so people are probably next, on that side of this wall sleeping. So let me not get loud and start screaming because I'm past quiet hours. So I love doing this for you guys. I will be back here Thursday. Um, oh shoot, I didn't even pay Facebook. None of y'all. Hey, Dree, what's up? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Let's connect. I'm sorry, I ain't paid most of y'all attention over there. Um, Anyway, I got stuff to do. I got a few appointments. I got witnesses I need to coordinate. I got notaries I need to send places. I need to figure out the schedule for the rest of this week. So my notary buddies, I really appreciate you guys being here. I was trying to, where is it? Fat finger. There we go. Uh, not last, but another reminder, last for tonight. I am having my fourth annual Notary Spring Social out here in Georgia. It's going to be in Duluth, Georgia, Saturday, May 3rd. Everybody else can't see what I'm doing, but on the other screen, there's a background. May 3rd from 12, there we go, 12 to 3. 12 to 3. Um, I would love to see you guys there. It is free to attend because we're meeting at a restaurant. You just got to cover your own food, right? Um, and at the restaurant, plates or like meals are somewhere between 18 and 25 bucks. So just, there you go. So do that. And Um, Depending on who's sitting next to me, we can order some appetizers and share them to help cut the cost down. But no, y'all can eat over the plate. We can't do that. We'll get little mini plates, and then somebody will have. I'll bring gloves, and I'll put a glove on, and we can move stuff around. Right? I'm a weirdo about my food, and yes, I will bring gloves to a restaurant. I'll even bring my own tongs. But anyway, y'all, let me go ahead and get off this thing. I really appreciate y'all being here and how I end it every single night. My notary buddies, be safe out there. Always be kind because you got to be. And remember that you got this because I believe in you. I'll see y'all Thursday night, 7:30, 7:45 approximately. Bye.